With the coming of autumn, the farmers in the fields around Caribou County are looking forward to the harvest, a time when they reap the benefits of all the hard work they've put in over the summer. At the same time, the coaches and athletes of Soda Springs, Grace, and North Gem are looking for a harvest of their own. On this field, though, it's a different kind of bounty. Instead of rows of corn and potatoes, they look for hash marks and goal lines. While the farmers are cutting grain, defenses on this turf look to cut down quarterbacks. As ranchers survey their herds, coaches pace the sidelines, looking to improve their own stock for the ultimate goal of a state championship. Yes, with the coming of the fall also comes the drive for a new push to the peak of performance. It's football season, and you're tuned in to your home for Caribou County's best on KBRV 800 The Bear. Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
The countdown is on and the Reapers are ready. It's time for Caribou County football with the voice of the Cardinals, Grizzlies, and Cowboys, Caleb Burgraff, on your radio home for the best high school football coverage in southeastern Idaho. KBRV 800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com.
And welcome out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, everybody who is tuning in to this matchup, as the Cardinals getting set to take on the West Side Pirates in a battle that is going to be district-oriented and a huge matchup in district play, as the Cardinals looking to try and get off to a good start. They're 0-4 on the season so far, but they will be looking to try and roll themselves into their first victory of the year. And right now, the JV game going on, tied 6-6 as we head to overtime. There will still be a 30-minute break in between the two games between this, but we're going to bring you a little bit of bonus coverage as the Cardinals out on the field with the West Side Pirates solving this final matchup in this overtime session. And we will keep it right here as we bring you that overtime session. The Cardinals playing fairly well out there on the field to this point in time, and they will end up, I believe, choosing the right side of the field. They're going to work from right to left, and they will give it to the West Side Pirates for their first possession of this overtime period. Two teams will start at, I believe, the 15-yard line and work in from the 15. You have first and 15. They're going to mark it at the 10, so they will have first and goal from the 10-yard line to try and march the ball into the end zone once the two teams come out of their huddles. So the Pirates will come out of the huddle wearing their white uniforms. For those of you watching online at MyLocalRadio.com, we had some problems, overcame those problems. Hurdles were jumped, obstacles were overcome. And right now, Cardinals were waiting in their huddle as they will actually be the starters on the offensive side of the field here at Archer Field on the JV game as overtime starting up. 6-6 your score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. First team to strike into the end zone will end up with an advantage, and if the Cardinals cannot score on this drive, then it will be up to the Pirates to try and close it out. Under center will be James Selos. I formation stacked up behind him. 5 on the line, 3 wideouts. He's going to hand the ball off to Hunsaker, who is going to be hit for a loss in the backfield. Coming up after the hit is, I believe, Jackson Moser. And the Cardinals will have to go for second and goal now, starting at the 11-yard line, as they got stuffed on that play up the middle. Rainy day here. Field holding up fairly well, though. A couple of patches where you can start to see a little bit of ground getting churned up, as the Cardinals will again go in that I formation. Hunsaker dotting the I behind Selos under center. He'll take the snap again, hands off to Hunsaker, who bowls over a Pirate, but he's taken down well. And coming up off the bottom of that pile is Ryan Larson, as he picks up his first tackle of the overtime period. The Cardinals will remain with a third down and goal from about the 11-yard line on the left side of the field. 6-6 your score in the overtime period. Cardinals with 2 downs to try and push the ball into the end zone and try and get themselves back up onto the scoreboard. And we'll see what they decide to try and do here, as they will break out two to the right side. Dylan Clark as well as Connor Tormund to the right. One wide out to the left as well. Silos under center. He'll take the snap. They'll fake the handoff, roll out to his right, pressure right away. Silos escapes it. Looks like he might tuck it, but he's going to be hit out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Another loss. This time it's Ryan Beckstead, the 130-pound linebacker, coming out of his spot and able to track him down at the sideline. Officials will give him forward progress to about the 13. Call it the 14. It's 4th and goal from the 14-yard line, and the Cardinals will have to come up with a big play here in order to punch this one into that end zone if they want to try and keep the pressure off of themselves and put some pressure onto the West Side Pirates. They'll come out, same formation, same positions for each player. Hunsaker dotting the I. Don't expect him to be the main target, as the Cardinals will most likely go to the air. They got to go for the end zone here. 4th and goal from the 14. They'll loft one up. It's going to be Tormund who has it go through his hands, and it was almost picked off by the Pirates, but throwing it out of his hands is Ryan Beckstead, and it's a 4 and out for the Cardinals, which will give the West Side Pirates a chance to run their offense on that side of the field. We'll take a break as well, and we'll come back with their possession in the overtime period on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you're 15 and pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. You're his mom. You're supposed to be the one taking care of him and raising him, but you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. When I found out I was pregnant, I don't know, just a light hit me in my heart, just saying adoption.
For more information, go to ichooseadoption.org.
I'm Miranda, and I chose adoption.
Welcome back out to Archer Field. The Pirates get their first attempt in the overtime period, still 6-6, as they have the ball now at the 10-yard line, and a snap is going to go straight up the gut. And on their first play from scrimmage, it's a walk-off touchdown run from Jackson Mosier to push the ball into the end zone. And the Soda Springs Cardinals JV team, despite getting their first points of the season, will not be able to come away with their first victory of the year, as they end up falling to the West Side Pirates on JV in overtime by a final score of 6-6 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Varsity game will be coming up soon, as that is about 30 minutes away here on homecoming night. And we will have a full pregame show coming your way with interviews from coaches, interviews from players, as well as a look at a Where Are They Now with Reed Thomas from the home of the Cardinals, as he is a former Cardinal himself. All that's coming up here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 22nd through the 28th. And we start off in the meat department, where you can grab This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 2. Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 22nd through the 28th. And we start off in the meat department, where you can grab 85% lean, 15% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. They also have sirloin chops for $1.49 a pound. If you're looking for eggs for breakfast or for any meal, Western Family 5 dozen packs of large AA eggs, $4.49. Over in the produce department, small Honeycrisp apples are $1.88 a pound. Those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Caleb Bergraff joined here over the phone with our Where Are They Now interview for today's game, and we're joined with Reed Thomas, who is from the class of 1971 at Soda Springs High School. And first of all, Reed, thank you so much for joining us here to talk about what it was like when you were playing.
You're welcome.
As we said, you're from the class of 1971. To start things off, going back that many years, what were things like when you were in Soda Springs, and what was athletics like at the high school when you got to participate in them?
Well, everybody got an opportunity to play. There wasn't that many kids in the school. I think we all sort of reflected back to the team of 1967 that was the number one ranked team in the state of Idaho for all classifications. So we all got to participate. The community supported us 100%. We had the best classmates you could ever have.
That's always something that is enjoyable at a small school. I know for myself, I went to a small school as well, and you really got to know everybody on a personal level, and it made that bond for a team almost really unbreakable when you guys got out there onto the court. You listen to some of the stories that you were telling me before, it sounds like you really had that with some of your teammates to where you could almost anticipate some of their moves before they were actually making some of the plays.
I could, especially Curtis Hamp. He was a guy that a ball would go up, and if you saw that it was going to go on his side for a rebound, he could rebound with anyone, even though he was only 6 feet tall. But when he would get that ball, the first thing he would do is turn, and if you were breaking up the court, he could throw a basketball like somebody throwing a football, a perfect pass that would get right in stride to get a layup. It was that simple. And I don't know, that had been going on since we started playing basketball, probably in the 5th grade.
When you talk about the classes you were there for and looking back onto that class in 1967, were there any heroes that you looked to, especially kids that had that chance to move on? Because back in the early days of Soda Springs, you didn't really have a lot of people that you looked at and said, that kid can move on to college and that kid's going to go play college or something like that. What was the entertainment of the idea like when you thought about being able to move on to that next level?
Preston Phelps is still the greatest player I ever saw play at Soda Springs. As far as I know, him and I were the only ones that played at a Division I school, and I played at Utah State for 3 years, and they were ranked 7th in the country when I went there. And Preston only played a couple years, but that was only due to the fact that his father passed away, and he came back to help his mom and to work the farm. He was the person we all looked to, and others too. I had Darrell Lindsay, lived about 5 houses up from our house, and he was the starting forward on that same team. And you just idolized those types of people, and others in football, all kinds of sports. But you knew everyone, and they were friendly, and everybody liked them, and they treated you nice.
When you're 15 and pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. You're his mom. You're supposed to be the one taking care of him and raising him, but you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. When I found out I was pregnant, I don't know, just a light hit me in my heart, just saying adoption.
For more information, go to ichooseadoption.org.
I'm Miranda, and I chose adoption.
Mama, come on.
Say mama.
Say mama.
Listen, if I could talk, I'd tell you I'm almost 2 and still not responding. That's one sign of a communication disorder. And delaying treatment can affect my development.
Many parents aren't aware of the early signs of speech, language, and hearing disorders, yet early detection and treatment can improve quality of life.
Come on, say dada.
Ugh, here we go.
Identify the signs of communication disorders. Identifythesigns.org.
In the aftermath of a disaster, victims want to get their lives back in order as soon as possible. But if your home has been damaged, the last thing you want is someone taking advantage of you. Contractors who show up right after a storm may be fraudsters, out to make a quick buck off of your insurance claim. They'll promise anything as long as they can get you to sign a contract and hand over a payment. Know who you're dealing with, and remember, if you didn't request it, reject it. To report fraud, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB, a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Caleb Bergrath joined here with Reed Thomas, who was the class of 1971 from Soda Springs High School. And Reed, let's look at those seasons that you spent at Utah State and talk a little bit about what was that like, getting that Division I college experience and being able to play at that level for several years. What were your memories from those several years?
I think, especially when I was a freshman, you could only play on the freshman team. We had the greatest freshman team they ever had in the history of Utah State, and we still have that record. And I think that was the greatest team I ever played on because they were all, one of the things when you go to college, everybody was a star somewhere. And I think that you have to learn to, you have to adjust to the coach, to your teammates, and I think what I always saw, everybody could shoot, but I think the thing that really made the difference, at least for me, was I could play defense. I was taught to play defense all along. And my father had once told me, he says, doesn't matter how many points you score, Reed, if the guy you're guarding scores one more than you lose. I always remember that. But it was a great opportunity. It created opportunities both in the school and also in my life the last 45 years. I don't promote that I played basketball at Utah State, but somehow that gets out there, and there's opportunities. They treated me so nice. Utah State might have been the 4 greatest years of my life. It was fun, great teammates. Logan, Utah, that is the only game in town, that basketball, at least at that point in time. And everybody supported, packed house every night. And obviously, being on the basketball team, whether you're the first guy or the last guy, people of Logan treat you like a king. It was a great experience. However, there's one thing I think everyone should know. Once you go to college, that's a different thing. College basketball is a business. And there's a lot of people are disappointed, and hopefully they at least think there could be a disappointment because you might have to be faced with that. And so, great opportunity, but like you say, you're going to play against 11 other guys on your team that were stars somewhere. So you have to understand that and play within the system that the coach asks you to do. That's all there is to it. So I went from the leading scorer in the state of Idaho to the 4th or 5th scorer on the team because my role was to run the team as the point guard. And I accepted that. I thought it was great because, like I say, the greatest team I think I ever played on was that freshman team at Utah State University.
We'll wrap it all up with this, Reed, and one more question for you, and that's going back to since then, and when you look at Soda Springs now, what are some of the things that you like about the small-town experience compared to where you're at now with living in Salt Lake and living in that area?
Well, first of all, everybody gets a chance to participate, whether it's football, the band, choir, whatever. Because down here, the schools around where I live, they have 300-400 kids try out for the basketball. You actually have to pay to do that. Whereas there, everybody got a chance and an opportunity to do what they would like to do. Probably most importantly, we got a really good education, and we really did. And we had great teachers that supported us in everything. And then, like I say, these classmates that you go from kindergarten to through high school graduation is basically the same kids. You know those kids like your brothers and sisters. And I would just say that you should be really happy that you live in Soda Springs, Idaho. It was a great place to live. I don't think people realize how good it is to live in Soda Springs and have the opportunities that you get in that small town versus maybe you wouldn't get those opportunities in a large.
Well, Reed, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and I wish you the best of luck through the rest of your endeavors in life. And I know you've been very successful to this point in time, and I hope that continues. And once more, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us about your memories from Soda Springs and your past.
You're welcome.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno-flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone. Food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Caleb Bergraff joined here on the pregame show with Tyson Mosier, the head coach of the Westside Pirates. And Coach, this year it's been a different type of year for you than you've had in the last couple of years, a little bit more of a building of a program for you. What's it been like for you the first 4 games with a group of kids, or excuse me, the first 3 games for a group of kids that's pretty young?
Well, I don't know. In some ways, I guess it's frustrating. You know, you're working with a really young group, and you're used to having a lot of experience, and so sometimes you get a little frustrated. But to be honest, I think it's actually been pretty enjoyable. It's been a good group of kids. It's kind of nice to not to have the target off our backs for the first time in a long time. We're not the favorite. We're kind of the underdog, and you know, it's kind of fun to be in that situation for once. And this group of kids, even though they're very inexperienced and they're just kind of learning, you know, as they go, they've been a good group of kids, good attitudes, and it's actually been pretty enjoyable to work with them.
The season's been really a building process for you. You came out in the first game of the year and got kind of punched in the mouth by Firth, and then you've built up and gotten 2 wins since then. Was that Firth game kind of a good game to have for the kids to kind of say, hey, this is not going to be as easy as the last couple of years?
Yeah, it was definitely the deer in the headlights look. You know, Firth came out, returned the opening kickoff on us, and you could see these kids, it was just like they were just in shock. They didn't know what to expect, and Firth was just very aggressive and coming after him. So no, it was definitely good to get that one out of the way. It was good for these kids to see that that's the level we need to play at, that's varsity football, that it's a lot different than JV. 5 of my starting players are sophomores, so most of those kids never even played JV. They went right from freshman to playing varsity. So no, it was a good game for them for sure, and I think since then we've steadily made some improvements. We've gotten better. Still not perfect. We're still far from being what we want to be, but they've definitely made improvements, and that's all we can ask them to do.
When you think about coming into this game now, you guys have had an off week and get to come into this game fully rested, fully healthy for the most part. Is that nice as well to be able to start district play and be able to prepare 2 weeks for your first opponent?
Yeah, yes and no. Bye weeks are tricky. We really didn't prepare for 2 weeks. We gave them a lot of last week off. Had a few kids with some, concussions and just bumps and bruises. And like I said, these sophomores have gotten beat up. They've played going from from freshman to varsity, and they're still sophomores. They got sophomore bodies. They're not really injured. They're just beat up. So we gave them a lot of rest last week. Started focusing on Soda this week. Bye weeks can be good, but if you lose focus and if you're, come out rusty, then it's obviously a bad thing. So we're hoping to come out and be sharp. But you just never know.
Looking at Soda Springs, this is traditionally a rivalry game. Last year you had them for your homecoming, this year for their homecoming. What do you expect from Soda Springs, especially with the second-year coach now who's really starting to work with the offense a bit more?
Yeah, they're going to get better every year. I'm sure of that. We expect to come in here and be in a dogfight. Weather, we both got to play in the same weather. The field's going to be wet. It's going to be sloppy. I've always said that bad weather kind of evens out games. It doesn't really matter who's got more talent. If you fumble the ball 5 or 6 times, you're going to be out of the game. So these kinds of games, you just got to hang on to the football, and whichever team does that is going to get a win. Whether they're better than us or whether we're better than them, whichever team hangs on to the ball is going to win tonight.
Well, I appreciate you talking with us, Coach Mosier, and good luck as you guys get prepared for this game, and hopefully it's a fantastic start to district play with a good, hard-fought game.
Yeah, we hope so. Hopefully we can play hard and get out of here without any injuries.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Check out my new time machine.
Does it work?
Hit the button.
Hey, it's Napoleon.
Oui. Check out the future.
Hey, you have a nice house. Why don't I?
You didn't save any money, buddy.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and fix that.
Yeah.
Save something for the future. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Students, when I call the Caleb Burgraff joined here with Coach Cliff Garbett from the Soda Springs football team. And Coach, I think big strides were made in the game against American Falls. I don't know if the 34-0 score necessarily shows the type of game that you guys actually played out there on the field.
We did do some good things. We just need to learn how to finish in the red zone, make sure all 11 guys, our biggest deal is just playing whistle to whistle right now. Playing every play. We play some really well, and then we take a play off. We just got to make sure we do our assignments and stay all together on the same page.
On the defensive side in that game, I feel like the run defense, while it did have its struggles, played fairly tough towards the back half of the game and forced them to go to the air. The problem is you guys faced a team that's able to pass for the first time this year. Was it good for your kids to see one of those teams before you face somebody like a Bear Lake or an Aberdeen that will pass the ball a little bit more?
Yeah, it was good for us. I mean, just to get the kids to understand coverage, because we haven't had to do a whole lot of it. We got exploited a little bit with some underneath stuff that we just weren't on the same page with coverage, and need to clean that up with the kids this week and try and get better.
Looking at this week, it's homecoming week. A lot of excitement always around this week. How do you keep the kids focused, not to keep them from enjoying the activities, but also to keep them focused on the fact that Westside is a major opponent and this is the first district game?
Yeah, that's what we talked to them. I think the kids are knowing that too, that this is a big game, and that is what's the most important thing. It's got to be our priority, and just to stay focused in, have fun, but stay focused in and do the football things first.
For people who are listening into this, Westside is not the same team they were last year. They lost a lot of their big weapons from last year. They're still a dangerous team, but not necessarily the juggernaut state championship worthy team that they've been in past years. Is this a good chance to get the kids' confidence against them
for years to come?
I think the kids just need to stick to the plan. I mean, our whole goal doesn't really matter who it is that we're playing. It's just to play with our best effort and give it everything we got and do your job, do your assignment, and do it the best of your capability, and let the chips fall where they may. Don't worry about who the opponent is, and just play your best ball. We'll go with what the score is after that.
Talking about Westside with one more question, and that's just focusing on them. You've had a chance to watch them on film. What do they do well? What is the number one thing that you need to stop from their offensive motion?
I think the thing they do well is just that they've ran that offense for, so long. You just don't see a lot of mistakes mentally with the kids. They get out and do their job, and you're going to have to outdo them. That's the big thing. They're going to do their job and do it well. So we have got to be disciplined and do our job and do the best we can to stop them.
We'll wrap it up with this, and that's looking back at your kids. On the offensive side, we talked about that growth. We talked about the fact that just finishing those drives and getting those assignments down is going to be a big thing. But I think one of the other things is the growth of leadership on that team and the returning of some of those big kids you lost in that Marsh Valley scrimmage. How much has it meant to have both Dakota as well as Dylan back on this team on the offensive line?
Oh, it's meant a lot. I mean, they made some big strides, but, with that timeout, we got Downs in a different spot, and he's learning, So there are some things that he needs to fix and figure out, but he's doing a great job with it for only running in the offensive line for a week. He's really picked it up well, and really proud of what he's done. So we just keep building on that week by week, and I think he'll be an animal for us.
Coach, thank you as always so much for the time, and good luck as you guys prepare for Westside and a big game for the Cardinals.
All right. Thank you, Caleb.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
How'd I do?
You'll get better. Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silver Star Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa. You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
Imagine a mining company who...
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance.
Imagine a mining company who nurtures butterflies. At Monsanto, we plant wildflower seeds on recently mined land. The flowers support a thriving butterfly population, which then feeds small birds, who are in turn hunted by eagles and hawks. By paying attention to nature's detail, Monsanto sustains a broader ecosystem. That's one reason why 6 federal and state agencies have honored us with their highest award for excellence in annual operations. Monsanto. Imagine.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals as they are getting set to take on the Westside Pirates on homecoming night here at Archer Field on the campus of Soda Springs High School. The Soda Springs Cardinals coming out of the helmets, the National Guard helmet set up over on the right side of the field. Cardinals wearing their black uniforms with the red trim down the sides, the white numbers with red trim around those numbers, as well as they look to try and come away with a victory here this evening against their rivals from the south, the West Side Pirates, and we should have a fantastic game coming up for you in this one. The Cardinals are showing signs of progress every single week as they have been able to move throughout the season, and as far as the West Side Pirates, it has not been the same West Side Pirates team that we have grown accustomed to throughout the years in the past, as this is a very young West Side Pirates team, and we'll get to know those West Side Pirates as we move on. But first, we're going to have our opening kickoff brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. Jake Rainey of Rainy Day Massage in Soda Springs is right now offering a $15 off of a 15-minute massage that includes steaming stones therapy. All you have to do is simply mention that you heard this ad during our broadcast. Call Jake at 435-703-0195, and you can begin feeling better today. The Soda Springs Cardinals lost the toss, but the West Side Pirates ended up deferring and gave the ball over to the Cardinals to accept the opening kickoff. And this is going to be an interesting part of the game for the Cardinals, as in their last game against American Falls, they struggled with kick return, and in a way that I think is surprising, as they really could not handle onside kicks. So we'll see if the Pirates decide to try any trickery here in this open one. And the opening kick is a squib kick up the middle of the field off Thomas Nielsen. He overruns the ball, and diving onto it to keep it alive is Justin Morrison, as the Soda Springs Cardinals will take over at about the 26-yard line, working left to right on their own side of the field. That'll bring us into the starting lineups of tonight's game. Starting lineups being brought to you by Mountain View Dental. At Mountain View Dental, we provide general and cosmetic dentistry for the whole family. Good luck, Cardinals, from Dr. Walker and his staff. For the Cardinals, Logan Mumford will be the leading passer for the Cardinals. Andrew Stewart will be the main back for the Cardinals. Thomas Nielsen, Justin Morrison will be the two starting wideouts. And on the ends of the formation will be both Riley Harris, who is healthy after getting hurt in that game at American Falls, and Mason Smith. Those are your starting skill players for the Cardinals, as they'll start out with a tight formation. Harris and Mason Smith are dumped to the formation. They'll hand off to Stewart, start things off, breaking out to the right. He's got a first down and more, in the first play of the game ends up going for 30 yards. He is taken down at the 45-yard line of the West Side Pirates. A big run through the gap, as great blocking up on the line for the Cardinals gives them an early first down and a huge gain, maybe their biggest rushing gain of the season to this point in time, all the way up, as I said, to the Pirates' 45-yard line, exploiting a big hole in the Pirates' defense. So they'll see Mumford come back out. Ball across midfield, and we'll see if they can keep the momentum going, as the big boys up front will line up to the line of scrimmage. Hunter Bybee, the center, getting set to give this one back to Mumford. It's going to be a direct snap to Mumford. He goes straight behind his line for a 3-yard push up the middle. A good solid gain on first down. That will set up a second down and call it 7 yards to go, with 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Into the game now will be Kyle Dursteller, as Mason Smith will head over to the far sideline for the Cardinals, as they will look to attack this 4-4 defense being played by the West Side Pirates. It's a little bit of an interesting defense. They'll actually have 3 down linemen and 2 ends split to the outsides. They'll put Morrison into the motion to the far side of the formation. Trip set up over there. Mumford, no snap, ball on the ground. Mumford quickly dives on it. It's a loss of 2 yards on the play. That has been a problem for the Cardinals so far this season, as Hunter Bybee has not necessarily been consistent with his snaps, and it cost the Cardinals field there, as they were ahead of the chains. A loss of 2 yards, though, will make it 3rd down and 9. And this has been another problem for the Cardinals so far this season, is their inability to keep drives going and the mistakes that they make themselves. They'll come back up to the line of scrimmage, twins out to each side, all wideouts with no defense or tight ends. They'll flip the ball out to the far side. Nielsen takes it, makes one man miss, able to squirrel his way forward for maybe a gain of a yard, and actually they are going to give him maybe a half yard on the play, on the first passing play for the Cardinals in this game. Nielsen was the leading receiver at American Falls last week for the Cardinals. But it brings up a 4th down and 8 inside Pirates territory. And an interesting call here for Coach Garbett, but he is going to make the decision to punt the ball away, and I like the decision here. You've already changed the field position, and you have a very young team coming out for the Westside Pirates on their side of the field. So it'll be Justin Morrison to punt the ball away. He has been a very good punter for the Cardinals so far this year. Stands 12 yards back at the line of scrimmage at the 45. Set to kick this one off. It is going to be an end-over-end kick. Fielded and lost at the 5. Ball still loose. It looks like Nielsen has it. He lays down on the ball at the 10-yard line, and the Cardinals will pick it up after Braden Crouch could not secure the ball. And Soda Springs will pick up where they left off on offense, except now they're another 40 yards down the field at the 10-yard line. Ball set in the middle of the field, and now the Cardinals, who have struggled to score in the red zone so far this season, in fact, have yet to score in their 6 trips to the red zone, will look to try and punch this ball in.
First and goal for the Cardinals.
First down and goal. Ball spotted at the 10 with 9 minutes and 15 seconds and counting to go as the clock winds. 2 tight ends in the formation with Thomas Nielsen on the right side. They'll hand the ball off to Stewart, who's going to try and go through that hole and falls forward for a gain of 3 to the 7-yard line. Another solid gain there on first down.
Stewart off the right-hand side.
And Soda Springs will set themselves up, again, keeping themselves ahead of the chains with a second down and call it a long 8, or a short 8, as the officials will move the ball back slightly. They'll come back up to the line of scrimmage. And Mumford will be flanked by Stewart to his left. Again, 2 ends in the formation. So they come with a power set. Morrison set out to the right side. It'll be a bad snap to Mumford again. Nielsen able to get through one tackle. Has a lane to the outside, trying to beat the defenders to the corner. Gets there and falls across the line. And the Cardinals strike first. 3.5 minutes into the first quarter of play. Thomas Nielsen with an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals lead 6-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Your point after coming up, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. At Bear Lake Drug, they have everything you need to get better quick and carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. Casey and his staff take time to understand your health needs. That's all at Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. Cardinals have had trouble with the kicking game, but they are bringing out the tee. And for the first time, Morgan Steele will be the new kicker for the Cardinals. It had been Case Griffiths up to this point in time. Morgan Steele has been working on the kicking game, and he will line up left-footed to try and send this one through. T spotted at the 10. Morrison, the holder, gets the ball down. Kick is up, and it is good through the uprights. And the Soda Springs Cardinals start out beautifully as they take themselves a 7-0 lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 22nd through the 28th. And we start off in the meat department, where you can grab 85% lean, 15% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. They also have sirloin chops for $1.49 a pound. If you're looking for eggs for breakfast or for any meal, Western Family 5 dozen packs of large AA eggs, $4.49. Over in the produce department, small Honeycrisp apples are $1.88 a pound. Those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs. Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, where the homecoming crowd has a little bit of excitement on their side, and the Soda Springs Cardinals have something they have not had all season long. That's a lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard at 7-0. Another kickoff coming up, brought to you by Rainy Day Massage, as it'll be Morrison set to kick this one off. Another left-footed kicker for the Cardinals. Stares down the tee, runs up, and an end-over-end kick will be short, bouncing at about the 20, and it's going to be picked up and brought forward up the middle of the field, straight through a hole, cutting back to the right side after making a few Cardinals misses. Quinn Fuller, and he falls across the 40-yard line in Cardinals territory to the 38, and just like that, the Pirates answer back with a wonderful return after the Cardinals defense, or the special teams, I should say, gave them an open lane to the right side of the field. And the blocking was fantastic up the middle. So Quinn Fuller takes it all the way up the field on the Rainy Day Massage kickoff. If you're a top athlete or an individual recovering from surgery, if you simply need to relieve stressed muscles, call Rainy Day Massage at 435-703-0195. Bunch formation in the wishbone for the Pirates. Starting quarterback is sophomore Stockton Brown. And he is going to be flanked in the backfield by Tate Butters and Jake Moser. As the ball is going to be handed off to Moser, he comes to his left, now goes back through the middle and falls up to the 30-yard line. And I actually think that was Tate Butters on that carry.
Tate Butters on the run before.
As he is able to scramble up for an 8-yard gain. Andrew Stewart with the tackle for the Soda Springs Cardinals. And will actually call this one 2nd down and 3 to go after a 7-yard gain. So the Cardinals come back up to the line of scrimmage. 3 defensive linemen, 2 ends, and 3 linebackers fronting the Pirates, who will again hand it off to Butters. Same play. Butters cuts forward. He's going to have the first down, it looks like, but Riley Harris able to take him down for the tackle, and Butters gains another 4 yards on the play.
The end there. Riley Harris on the tackle.
Should give a 1st and 10 to the Pirates with 7 minutes and 27 seconds to go. 1st down and 10 with a 7-0 score in favor of the Soda Springs Cardinals over the West Side Pirates. It'll be Brown once again in the pistol formation. 2 backs flanking him to his left. They'll again hand off to Butters. No, this to the fullback up the middle. Fooled me up here. He is stopped up right away. Hunter Bybee as well as Dakota Bybee, the 2 cousins pairing up and pushing him back, as that was Jake Moser being pushed back on his first carry for no gain. Makes it 2nd down and 10 with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go on your Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And again, Brown will bring his line up to the line of scrimmage. 6 linemen, 1 end is going to be put in motion across the formation. They'll hand off to him. He tries to get to the edge. Dursteller is there, though, and is able to wrap him up out of bounds on the carry. It's Enoch Ward. And gains about 3 yards on the play.
Picks up maybe 3 or 4 yards.
So running game for the Pirates so far doing all right, but the Cardinals have them in a good position. 3rd down and call it 7 yards to go from the 24-yard line. And the Pirates will again come up in that same formation. Ward will once again be set up to the right side with 2 backs behind Brown in the backfield. Good snap, handoff to the fullback, who bounces off 1 tackle, rolls ahead to the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4 on the play, but the Pirates will be short of the first down by about 3 yards.
Logan Mumford.
It is Jake Moser with the push. Logan Mumford comes up with the tackle with 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go, as the Cardinals still lead this game 7-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 1st quarter of play, and the Pirates will go for it. Wing T formation. Brown puts a man into motion. They're going to hand off to him around the far side, beating him to the corner and stuffing him short of the first down. Coming up with a tackle is Logan Mumford. A gain of a yard on the play coming from Tate Butters. And I believe that is going to set up 1st down for the Cardinals, as they end up shutting down the drive of the West Side Pirates in their own side of the field, just outside the red zone. 1st down Cardinals with 5:20 to go, as they will look to try and strike back once again here in the 1st quarter and give them some cushion on top of their lead. Mumford will bring the troops up to the line of scrimmage. Nielsen and Stewart in the backfield with him, as both of the ends, Mason Smith and Harris, just split off the formation. They'll pitch the ball out to Stewart to the near side. Good pursuit coming from the Pirates, but Stewart turns on the burners and is able to gain a few yards around the edge. I believe they'll give him 1 yard on the play around the end, and a good job even getting that, as he had 4 Pirates coming after him hard from the middle of the linebacking core. And Andrew Stewart, we've talked about his speed several times so far on these broadcasts, maybe one of the fastest men in the state when it comes to 2A athletics. As last year he was in the top 10 in the 100-meter dash as a junior, with several seniors in that race there. He'll line up right behind Mumford with 2 wideouts to each side. Mumford takes the snap, looks to his left. He's going to hand this one or give this one off to Nielsen. He falls forward maybe for a yard on the play as he gets across the 20 just a couple of feet. And a gain of a yard will generously give him a gain of a yard on the play, on the second passing play for the Cardinals, as their passing game not really there so far in tonight's matchup. Clock will wind. 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Cardinals still lead this one 7-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, partially off of a mistake by the Pirates as it was a botched punt return by Braden Crouch. It'll be one back, Stewart behind Mumford. Justin Morrison split out to the right. He's the only man out there. Nielsen, the only man to the left. It'll be another pass crossing pattern into the play by Morrison, who can't hold on to the ball as it drops harmlessly to the turf. And Soda Springs will be forced to punt from their own side of the field with 4th down and 7 upcoming. 4 minutes and 26 seconds, the clock frozen here in the first quarter of play. Cardinals do still have that lead, though, so I think a punt here, not something that they're necessarily upset about to too many extents. It'll be Morrison to punt the ball away. New punt returner as Tate Butters will now go back to return the punt. He stands at the Pirate 40-yard line. Good snap to Morrison. End over end kick flat, and that is going to bounce and check up at the 47-yard line of the Cardinals. It only ends up being a punt of about 27 yards. So not one of the better efforts by Morrison, who has had punts upwards of 45, 50 yards so far this season, but on the wet conditions, you're not going to get as much of a bounce. You're not going to get as much of a roll, and it's a good punt in the way it does get the Pirates back out of your own end zone. 4:19 to go. Pirates will come back out onto the field, working right to left, far side hash marks, as Brown will stand about 3 yards back of the line of scrimmage, and a false start as jumping off the line of scrimmage, it looks like was number 61, Jordan Meek, as he fired quickly into the Cardinals' defensive line. And they're going to actually call encroachment on the Cardinals, as one of the Cardinals apparently drew them off sides, and it looks like that is either Hunter Bybee, but it actually looks like it might be Mason Smith over on that left side that is going to be called for the 5-yard penalty. First penalty against the Cardinals so far tonight as another snap to Brown. He'll drop back. Stockton rolls to his left. He's going to throw this to the near sideline. It's going to be caught for a 7-yard gain by Braden Crouch, as he is able to pull that ball in well and gets a first down to the Pirates at the 34-yard line. So the first passing play of the night for the Westside Pirates is a success, and they will come back to the line of scrimmage in that same formation. Hand off to the fullback, coming straight up the gut and being stood up, but falling forward for a gain of 3 is Moser. And Jake will make it a 2nd down and 7. The Westside Pirates continuing with that ground and pound game.
Hunter Bybee and Gersteller on the tackle.
With 3 minutes and 54 seconds to go on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Cardinals still up by 1 score. Pirates in their white uniforms, maroon helmets, gold numbers with a maroon outline. In the huddle, as Brown bends down to tie his shoe, will come back into the huddle to talk things over. Sends his men to the line of scrimmage. It'll be Crouch split out to the left. Everyone else tight to the formation. Brown takes the snap. He hands this one off to the far side, cutting inside of the defenders before being wrapped up by Justin Morrison after a 2-yard gain is Tate Butters. He gets up to the 30-yard line, maybe a couple yards more or a couple feet more, as a timeout will be taken by the Westside Pirates to talk things over. We'll take a timeout here as well. 3:14 left to go in the first quarter of play. The Cardinals leading the Westside Pirates on homecoming night, 7-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals as they lead the West Side Pirates on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard 7-0 with 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Pirates with the ball and driving. 3rd down and 6 to go, though, at the 30-yard line. Snap once again goes to Brown. He hands off to Butters around the left side. He's tripped up, but dives ahead, trying to reach out to the first down marker. It's going to be a very close spot. And it looks like the chains will be moved as it is a 6-yard gain by Butters in order to get those chains going. He's got 20 yards on the night on 5 carries so far with 3 minutes and 3 seconds and counting. And a 1st down and 10 for the West Side Pirates. Trying to move their record to 3-1. Snap will go to Brown. He'll hand this one off, and it's going to be another chance for the Cardinals to stack up the fullback Moser. Moser going nowhere tonight. His rushes have been limited to 0, 4, 3, and now another rush of 0 on his touches with the ball. Riley Harris comes up with the tackle for the Cardinals as the clock continues to wind at 2 minutes and 33 seconds on a gloomy night in Soda Springs. As the clouds and rain have been falling throughout the day intermittently, the JV game full of rain. The varsity game has seen it dry up. Brown again comes up to the line of scrimmage, wing T formation, powered over to the right side as Butters is going to run, and a high snap is going to be fielded by Brown, but he drops down to cover it up after losing 7 yards on the play, back to the 32-yard line. They'll actually mark it at the 31 as they'll give him a little bit of forward progress. It is a loss of 6, though, on the play.
Tackle him for a loss.
And the Soda Springs Cardinals have another golden opportunity to get the Pirates off the field. 3rd down and 16 to go from the 31-yard line. Sparse crowd on both sides of the field due to the weather. Cardinals do have a good home supporting crowd as the snap will again go to Brown. Fakes the handoff. It'll be a reverse coming to the near side and bursting through the Cardinals defense all the way to the 5 to the goal line and out at the 2 is Enoch Ward. A gain on the play of 29 yards. Enoch Ward goes busting and goes shooting for Cardinals as he did not avoid any of the contact and able to take it into the red zone and into the shadow of the goalpost as the Cardinals defense gives up on the reverse and will end up having to stiffen up if they want to keep the Pirates out of the end zone. Brown again comes up to the line of scrimmage. Behind him is Moser with 2 wideouts. Butters goes into motion. They'll hand off to Moser. He collides with Butters and is going to be forced back, losing a yard on the play. Moser stuffed in the backfield on that play. And the Cardinals will make it 2nd down and call it 3 on the play now as the ball is pushed back about a yard. Cardinals defense, 1 stop down, 3 more to go as it's 4 down territory for the West Side Pirates. Brown flanked by 2 backs behind him. And an offset wishbone gives off to Butters. He finds the hole, skips into the end zone, straight up the gut. A beautiful block laid out there to open up the hole by Jake Moser. And with 36 seconds to go in the first quarter, the West Side Pirates answer back on a 3-yard touchdown scamper by Butters. His first touchdown, the Pirates' first touchdown of the season, or of this game, I should say. And they will line up to go for 2. No kick here. Down 7-6 now as the extra point try is going to be a handoff to Butters to the right side. He stopped initially but spins off a tackle into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. Brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. As at Bear Lake Drug, they have everything you need to get better quick and carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. Call Casey and his staff to take time to understand your health needs. Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. Call them at 208-847-1421. Back after this with a resumption of the first quarter of play on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Oh, hi. Right now I'm getting a remarkably heartfelt bear hug from Smokey Bear. Thanks, big guy. Now, if you could let me down. See, I made sure there were no low-hanging branches when I set up my campfire. And before we left, I drowned out my campfire, stirred it, drowned it out again, then made sure it was cold. Visit SmokeyBear.com to learn tips to prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinal, as they are now trailing on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard by 1 point in an 8-7 ball game, as they will attempt to return the kickoff coming up. Brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. If you're a top athlete or individual recovering from surgery, or if you simply need to relieve stressed muscles, call Rainy Day Massage. It'll be another kickoff, low line drive, end over end kick into the heels of Nielsen. He picks it up, skips forward before being manhandled to the ground on the play, and looking for a number. Looks like that is 53 for the Pirates, and that is Zach Grohl, who comes up, the 180-pound defensive lineman for the West Side Pirates. With 30.7 seconds to go, the Cardinals will come up to the line of scrimmage. Ball will be 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line, far side of the field. Cardinals still working left to right on your video screen and radio dials. For those of you listening on KBRV 800 The Bear, with twins split out to each side of the formation. Mumford takes the snap, looks to the near side. He's going to bounce a pass that falls in front of Case Griffiths, incomplete. And Soda Springs will have a 2nd down and 10 coming up. Passing game has not been there for the Cardinals so far. Rain starting to fall once again. Just sprinkling here as gray clouds continue to line the field. The lights here at the home of the Cardinals at Archer Field fully in effect, as the Cardinals will come tight to the formation. 7 on the line, 2 wideouts. They'll now move Stewart, Harrison, and Mason Smith all over to the near side for a diamond formation. Mumford looks that way. See if the Cardinals do a screen, as they do have an overload on that side of the field. They will flip it outside to Stewart quickly. A man gets through, though. He avoids that tackle and falls ahead for a gain of a yard. That play broken up quickly, but missing a tackle that could have made it worse was Quinn Fuller.
Jake Moser on the tackle.
Moser up for the tackle. It will be a gain of 1 yard on the screen play to the near side of the field. Brings up a 3rd down and 9 to go, and that play will happen at the start of the 2nd quarter of play. 7-8, the Cardinals trail by 1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, as the West Side Pirates gave up an early touchdown, answered back late in the 1st quarter, and the 2nd quarter we'll see if which team can take control of this matchup. Back after this on your home for Cardinal Athletics, KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Right out of the gate in the start of the 2nd quarter, a pass to the near side on another screen play is going to see Stewart dropped for a loss of 2 yards, as the defense of the West Side Pirates was right there on top of him, and the Cardinals will bring up a 4th down and 11 to go on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. The ball spotted at about the 30-yard line, and it'll be once again Morrison out to punt this ball away back to the West Side Pirates. Cardinals offense continues to find ways to grind down to a halt after they get pieces of momentum in their side, as the ball is a good snap and a better kick by Morrison, a booming kick fielded by Butters, but he loses it on the ground, still loose. The ball is picked up by Thomas Nielsen at the 41-yard line of the West Side Pirates. Again, the special teams mistakes for the Pirates costing them. And the Soda Springs Cardinals have watched as two separate return men for the West Side Pirates fumble the kick. Thomas Nielsen, the sprinter, down the field. First time, it was Braden Crouch. The second time, it was Tate Butters. And with 11 minutes and 4 seconds to go, the Cardinals will come up to the line of scrimmage with a chance inside Pirate territory after a botched fumble on the kick on the punt. It'll be Mumford, flanked by two backs, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, immediately met in the backfield. Butters was the first one there, and it's a loss of 2 on the play.
Immediately met by a host of Westside Pirates.
Butters, I think he's going to say, that's me atoning for the mistake of losing the fumble. We'll see if the Cardinals can do anything to come back from that, as that is a rough loss, makes it 2nd down and 12. With 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Ball spotted at about the 43-yard line. They need to get to the 31 in order to keep this drive moving. 2 wide out, split to the near side. That's Mason Smith and Thomas Nielsen. 2 out to the far side as well. Look to be Taylor Adams and Case Griffiths. Snap is a good one. It'll be Mumford stepping up in the pocket. Has a hole in front of him. He's going to take this one forward and lunges forward at the 33-yard line. Lays out a hit, and it looks like Stockton Brown was the one who took it. It's a gain of about 9 yards. Call it 10. Up to the 32-yard line. Fantastic play for Mumford as he just dropped his head down and was able to be the aggressor, laying a hit later on. Makes it 3rd down and 2 officially with just over 10 minutes, under 10 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Cardinals down by 1, 8-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. They'll put 2 wideouts once again. Or 2 running backs in the backfield again with Mumford as he is going to hit the line. Just a straight quarterback dive up the gut. And this will see him come up short by about a yard, making it 4th down and 1. And that's why that loss of a yard on the last play, or the first play of this set of downs, was a costly one for Soda Springs. Big body will move into the front of the line for the Westside Pirates. Armando Montano will set into the front, looking for a few more big bodies to try and stuff up that line. They'll do a single back formation. Quick quarterback Steve Munford loses his footing, but he has the first down across the 30 for a gain of 2 yards and keeps the sticks alive for the Soda Springs Cardinals in their possession.
1st down and 10 for the Cardinals.
Clock will wind at 9 minutes and 18 seconds to go as soon as the ball is placed and the official's whistle is good. 8-7 your score still on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Ball at the 30-yard line. Working right to left are the Cardinals from near midfield, or near the middle of the field, closer to the far side hash mark in their own sideline. Mumford with Stewart behind him. 8 down linemen with 1 wide out to the right. It's going to take the snap, drop back to pass. He steps up again in the pocket, but this time can't escape, and he is going to be hit for a loss this time, as that'll be a 4-yard hit and a 4-yard pushback by the West Side Pirates.
Pushback about 4 yards by the Pirates.
Mumford tried to step up into the pocket, but it collapsed around him, and I believe Stockton Brown, once again, the main man who was able to come up and make that hit. 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go now. And 2 wide out, so he splits to the near side. Stewart will also be split out as 5 wide receivers set for the Cardinals here. Mumford calls the count, but both Nielsen and Stewart jumped, and it's a 5-yard penalty against the Cardinals for a false start. That's going to march them back. And it makes it a more difficult down now, as that'll make it about 2nd down and 19 yards to go with the ball spotted at the 39-yard line. Inside Pirate territory still. Clock will wind with 8 minutes and 11 seconds and counting to go here. Quarter number 2. Mason Smith, Thomas Nielsen come out under us here at the press box with 2 more out to the far side. Riley Harris and Case Griffiths. They'll now flank out Stewart as well as Griffiths to the near side. Again, going into that diamond formation look. See if they flip it out here to Stewart once again. It'll be a drop back for Mumford. He is going to go deep this time. Good spiral ball. Nielsen, though, has a man go in front of him, and Nielsen turned into a defender as Stockton Brown was the man who batted it down, going for the reception, but it was Nielsen who was able to bat it away. Good play by Nielsen in order to keep that one from being intercepted on an underthrown ball by Logan Mumford. Goes as an incompletion. Mumford so far in the game 4 for 7 in his passing attempts for 1 yard. 8-7. Pirates still leading by 1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 7:44. The clock frozen here on homecoming night at Archer Field in Soda Springs, Idaho. Twins out to each side once again as Mumford takes the snap, fakes a handoff, goes outside to Morris, and he is going to be hit and lit up after a gain of about 3 yards on the play. Flags come out late after the play. We'll see if this one is a late hit or possibly even a face mask that could help out the Cardinals. It is going to be a block in the back, it looks like, against the Cardinals. And with it being 3rd down, we'll see if they want to decline. It will be declined, so the penalty will not hurt the Cardinals. It goes as a gain of 2 yards on the play to the far side for Morrison. And the Cardinals have 4th down and 17 yards to go. Their passing game has been non-existent tonight, as they will have to punt the ball away once again with 4th down and 18. Morrison will try and pin the Pirates back deep, and the Cardinals will hope for another special teams mistake by the Pirates, who have already fumbled 2 of those kicks so far tonight. That's almost been the best offensive weapon for the Cardinals. Snap is a little bit high and to his right. It'll be a high kick, spiraling and bouncing down at the 20, rolls to the right, and it'll be down at the 20-yard line, and that is where the West Side Pirates will take over with 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We will remind you that this game is being brought to you by Rainy Day Massage in Soda Springs. If you're a top athlete or individual recovering from surgery, you simply need to relieve stress, call Rainy Day Massage. They're currently offering a $15 off of regular pricing for a 50-minute massage, including steaming stones therapy. If you just mention this ad, that's Rainy Day Massage at 435-703-0195. Pirates will again come up to the line of scrimmage. 1 wide out to the far side. I believe that is Crouch. Brown takes the snap, fakes the handoff. It'll be given to Brown. He's actually going to hold on to himself. Fires for Crouch, who's one-on-one with Morrison down the sideline and all the way up to the 37-yard line. And that is a gain on the play of 43 yards through the air for the Pirates, as they had the coverage and the play that they wanted, and Crouch up to 50 yards. This was a Cardinals team that got torched for 321 yards last week against American Falls. And right now, the West Side Pirates taking advantage of that in this drive with 1 play. They'll give the handoff now to Butters as he comes around the right side. He's stopped up almost immediately. He will get a yard on the play before being taken down. I believe Mumford, once again, the one to make the tackle. Mason Smith also involved on the tackle. Makes 2nd and 9 for the Pirates. Pirates so far on the ground have been able to go for 57 yards to this point in time, and another 50 through the air with 6:25 to go. Another handoff, this one to the fullback, as that's Mosier. Jake Mosier not going down. A lot of arm tackles trying to bring him down on his straight up the gut. It's a gain of 10 on the play for Mosier, and the Cardinals defense, after having all the momentum on their side, starting to watch as the Pirates begin to take advantage and start to steamroll the Cardinals a little bit in this drive. 8 unanswered points so far by the Pirates as they lead 8-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Looking for more. Wing T formation. It'll be a handoff up the gut for Mosier, the fullback once more, carrying it straight up the middle, and a gain of 4 more yards up to the 23-yard line. He's up to 20 yards now on the ground. And it is second down and call it 6 yards to go as the clock winds under 6 minutes. Cardinals defense looking for a stop here. Needs something to go their way in order to push it back and make it a longer down and distance. Moser will once again be lined up behind Brown. It'll be a handoff once more to him, and Kyle Dursteller pulls him down in the backfield for a loss of 2. His eyes were on Moser the entire time. He rips him down for a loss. The Cardinals needed a stop. They got one on that play there. Makes it 3rd down and 8 for the West Side Pirates, coming up with 5 minutes and change left to go here in quarter number 2. Cardinals fans looking for something to celebrate as Brown once more leads the boys to the line of scrimmage, fakes a handoff, pass over the middle, right into the hands of Enoch Ward, and he is going to have a 1st down and more up to the 6-yard line, and it's a gain of 20 on that passing play. Fantastic chemistry thrown on that passing play, straight up the gut on the first completion to Ward in the game.
1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
70 passing yards now for the West Side Pirates, a team that is known for rushing, as Brown once more comes up to the line of scrimmage, fakes a handoff, and now will give it to Moser, who will gain about 5 yards, comes up a yard short of getting it into the end zone as Riley Harris comes up with the tackle. And with 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go, it's going to be 2nd down and 2 for the West Side Pirates. Once again, threatening to go up by a few more points on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. You'll expect them to go for 2 as well. So a chance to go up to 14-7 and possibly 16-7, as again, it'll be Moser behind Brown. They'll put a man and Butters into motion. Hand off to Butters. He gets the edge, and he's in for another touchdown. 2 scores on a pair of 2-yard runs for
number 30,
Tate Butters.
In for a touchdown.
And his 2nd touchdown in 3 carries. And then he has 26 yards on the game so far. But his yards have come at pivotal times. And the Pirates will look to go for 2 once again. They come in that power formation, 2 backs, Butters as well as Moser in the backfield. Flag comes out late, Moser into the end zone, so the try is good as of now. We'll see if the flag is against the West Side Pirates, and the Cardinals will get a do-over. It is going to be an illegal shift on the Pirates, so a 5-yard penalty on West Side will march them back, and they'll have to try and get in from 7 yards out now on the 2-point conversion. We'll see if they decide to kick the ball instead, as checking back out onto the field is Quinn Fuller. Although I expect the Pirates will still go for it. Another man onto the field for the Cardinals, and checking out is Riley Harris as he is limping to the sideline, and he will get off before the snap is going to be made. Brown again sends a man into motion. It'll be a handoff to, Brown keeps it, rolls to his left, trying to find a man in the end zone, and reaching the ball over the end line. No, just coming up short on the play. Brown was able to get the ball into the hands of Butters. He could not get the ball stretched out across the line, and the score sits at 14-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back after this with the resumption of quarter number 2 on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, as Soda Springs trailing 14-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard with 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go, and the Pirates striking back-to-back times. And now late in the second quarter of play, an anonymous feeling for the Cardinals as the onside kick will be bounced forward, picked up on the play, and brought forward before being leveled on the play is Dylan Parker, but he gets it out to the 41-yard line. Good hands to keep that one in front of him and not let that one drop down. Cardinals will try and get their offense moving and moving towards the Pirates' end zone, but so far they have struggled to try and get any points up onto the board when they have not had a drive start inside of the 10-yard line. They will come up, twins out, one wide receiver out to each side. Two tight ends set. Dropping back as Mumford throws this one through the hands of Morrison. Diving on top to complete the tackle is Dylan Lemon. And it goes through Morrison's hands for another incompletion for the Cardinals. Their passing game hasn't been bad so far tonight, but they've only gained 3 yards on 5 completions. 5 for 9 in the game so far as the rain again starts to come down here at Archer Field. 14-7. Cardinals once more up to the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 41-yard line, 2nd down and 10. And a jump off sides by Mason Smith. He knew it. He froze trying to fool the official. It'll be another 5 yards marched off against Soda Springs, though. And it makes it now 2nd down and 15 to go from the 36-yard line on the Cardinals' side of the field. 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go, and this is a dangerous time for the Cardinals as you don't want to give the Pirates too much time to run their offense in the end of this half. Mumford, again to take the snap. Power formation. Bad snap, able to hold on to it, though. He's going to be drugged down in the backfield by a pair of tacklers. Butters the first one there. The second man coming up, I think, is Jordan Meek, who comes up to finish it. The two of them combining on the sack, pushing the Cardinals back 6 yards.
Bringing 3rd down on the 30-yard line.
And making it a 3rd down and 22 to go on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. The Cardinals already trailing 14-7 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stick around for our Sanders Furniture halftime show. That'll be coming up next. At the resumption of this half, we'll give you numbers from the first half of play. As 5 wide out, set up for Mumford. He'll drop back, fakes a pass. He's going to step up on a quarterback draw. No, he throws the ball to a wide-open Morrison. He has the ball at the 40, tiptoes the sideline before running out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain on the play of about 20 yards, call it 17 yards actually, and the Cardinals will have 4th down and about 5 to go. See if they decide to actually go for it here.
Flags on the play.
There is a flag on the play on the far sideline. Came out late. And this will be against the Soda Springs Cardinals, as this will march them back again, as taunting and unsportsmanlike conduct is going to cost the Cardinals 15 yards on the far sideline. I didn't see what happened over there, but there was excitement on that side of the field, and whenever you have a few of the opposition on your sideline, there's always that tendency and always that possibility of somebody saying something bad. And that 15-yard penalty will wipe out a 17-yard gain by Justin Morrison and make it 4th down and 20 from the 31-yard line. They need the 49 of the West Side Pirates, but they're going to punt the ball away instead. Morrison to kick. Good snap. It is a new kicker. That's Andrew Stewart, who sends one end over end. Checks up at the 37. Ends up going as a punt of about 33 yards on the attempt. And it's going to be West Side football with 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go. And after the West Side drive last time, we've seen them with plenty of ability to move the ball quickly down the field, through the air, and both on the ground. It'll be Stockton once again to bring the ball out for the West Side Pirates. Up 14-7. Ball on the far side hash marks. as they'll put 2 wideouts to the right side, 1 to the left. 5 down linemen, 2 backs flanking Stockton in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, and a man jumped off sides. I think that is Quinn Fuller on the near side who took a step before trying to pull back. That's 5 yards against the Pirates. Their second penalty now for 10 yards. And West Side.
5-yard penalty brings up, again, first down and 15 to go.
And it'll be first down and 15 for the Pirates from the 32. Need to get the ball up to the 47. Ball, good snap. Brown looks to the near side. He's got a man. That, I believe, is Ward, who pulls it in. Hard hit at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 14 yards. Right now, Brown is 4 for 4 passing the ball. The sophomore not looking like a sophomore at all as he hooks up with Ward for the second time in the game. 34 yards in the air for Ward. And with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go, the Pirates nearing midfield. Second down and call it about a yard to go from the near side of the field. Brown takes the snap, hands this ball off. It'll be Butters taking this one, finds a hole, drags Case Griffiths all the way up to the 41-yard line of the Cardinals for a gain of 13 on the play. Another big run up the gut on that play by Butters. And he's got 39 yards now after his biggest run of the game. 1 minute and 56 to go. Quick offense coming up for the Pirates. They'll hand this one up to their fullback, and just Jake Moser goes nowhere with a loss of a yard on the play, if anything. It'll be a timeout taken by the West Side Pirates. We'll take a timeout with them back after this with the resumption of the second quarter of play on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live videos at mylocalradio.com.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals as they trail right now 14-7 with 1 minute and 49 left to go as they look to try and find some way to stop this Pirates offense. It will be a second down and 10 coming out of the timeout for the Pirates. And we'll see what type of offense they design. Rain once again falling. It's been off and on throughout the ball game so far. Luckily, we're dry up here on top of the press box. As the Pirates will bring Brown to that pistol formation. Stands 3 yards back. He'll fake a handoff and rolls out to the left side. Harris immediately in his face and forces a pass, but it's going to be caught and rolled out of bounds. Is, I believe, going to be Crouch. He did not get out of bounds as they let the clock wind. It's a gain on the play of 6 yards.
Brings up third down.
90 yards through the air now for the Pirates. As they will come up quickly with 1 minute and 22 and counting to go. Wing T formation. Quick pass to the near side. It's going to be pulled in on the near side by Quinn Fuller, and he goes nowhere. He is wrapped up and taken down for a gain of maybe a yard, and another timeout taken by the West Side Pirates with 1 minute and 12 left to go. 14-7 they lead. We'll take a break. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com as the Cardinals trail 14-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard.
When you're 15 and pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. You're his mom. You're supposed to be the one taking care of him and raising him, but you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. When I found out I was pregnant, I don't know, just a light hit me in my heart, just saying adoption.
For more information, go to ichooseadoption.org.
I'm Miranda and I chose adoption.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, 14-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go. Halftime presentation is going to be coming up, brought to you by Sanders Furniture in Soda Springs. as the Cardinals will be hoping to keep this score at 14-7 going into the halftime locker room. Brown takes the snap on a 4th and 3, hands the ball off to the right side, easily getting the first down and rolling out of bounds at the 25-yard line is Butters, who goes for a gain of 9 yards on the play. And the Soda Springs Cardinals again allow the chains to be moved forward.
First down and 10.
After a major push, the clock stops after Butters gets out of bounds with 1:06 to go. Still a 7-point ball game. Still time for the Cardinals to stop him with the ball at the 25. Dropping back, Brown has pressure's face, goes for the end zone, has a man just out of reach of his fingertips. I think it was Crouch who was on the far side who could not pull the ball in, but it was slightly overthrown. He had his man beat, as I believe Case Griffiths was the man running with him out there, and just could not find the ball on the way up. That's the first incompletion of the game so far for Stockton Brown, who made his first 6 passes before that. 6 for 7 passing. He'll drop back again to throw. Immediately pressured, throws out a little screen pass that drops in front of Logan Mumford. Flags fly out, and this one I think is going to be a penalty on the Cardinals once again, as Mumford I think is the one who's going to be picking up a penalty here. We'll see what this one is going to be. I didn't necessarily see anything that was worthy of a penalty, as it looked like a clean football play on that far side. And the officials huddled together. They break up the huddle. Ball at the 25 for now, as they're talking things over. And I believe pass interference is going to be the call. And it is pass interference on the defense. I believe that'll be half the distance to the goal. It'll be a 12-yard penalty against the Soda Springs Cardinals. I think that's a bad call by the officials, though, as he was already falling down. I don't know if that ball was catchable when Logan Mumford came and made the hit. Tough call to make. They make it, though. Ball marched all the way up now to the 13-yard line. Call it the 12.5-yard line on a 12-yard penalty against the Soda Springs Cardinals, their 5th. And that has been another thing that has killed them so far this year. First down and 10, ball at the 13. Brown, one back behind him in the backfield, puts a man into motion. That's Butters. They'll move it to him. He throws the ball to the end zone. Wide open, pulling it in is Crouch, and it's a 13-yard touchdown reception, as the Soda Springs Cardinals will end up giving up another late score to the Pirates. And Crouch will pull in his first touchdown of the night on his 4th reception. And the Pirates will come out and go for 2 once again, up 20-7 now in the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 50.1 seconds to go, and another late touchdown hurts the Cardinals. It will end up costing them 8 total points, as Crouch able to tiptoe his way into the end zone for a 2-point conversion after the 14-yard completion on the trick play.
Bringing the score to 22-7.
And the score is 22-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We'll take a quick break, come back with your rainy day massage kickoff on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 22nd through the 28th. And we start off in the meat department, where you can grab 85% lean, 15% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. They also have sirloin chops for $1.49 a pound. If you're looking for eggs for breakfast or for any meal, Western Family 5 dozen packs of large AA eggs, $4.49. Over in the produce department, small Honeycrisp apples are $1.88 a pound. Those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs. Soda Springs gives up a late touchdown here in the first half of play to the Westside Pirates as they trail 22-7. Westside getting set to kick the ball off. Brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. We'll give you their read after this kickoff attempt. And the ball is up, and a squib kick down the middle once again picked up by Morrison. He fields it at about the 22-yard line, comes straight up the middle, now bounces to the right side, has some blockers, tries to spin out of a tackle, gets to the 39, and that's where the Soda Springs Cardinals will start off. That kickoff brought to you by Rainy Day Massage in Soda Springs, Idaho, where right now you can get $15 off of a 50-minute massage that includes steaming stones therapy simply by mentioning that you heard this ad during our local sports broadcast. Call Jake at 435-703-0195 and begin feeling better today. Cardinals have a little bit of time on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, down by 2 scores, 15 points in a 22-7 ball game. 41 seconds left to go. They'll split out diamond to the near side. Griffiths, Nielsen, Stewart, and Mason Smith forming the diamond formation. It'll be a quarterback draw as Mumford goes straight up the gut, lost his footing, and fights his way forward for a gain of 4 yards to the 43-yard line.
Before he is tackled by number 3.
Before being tackled on the play.
Picks up about 4.5 yards.
And makes it a second down and call it 6 yards to go.
Timeout, Cardinals.
Cardinals take a timeout. We'll keep this one right here as they look to try and find their way into the end zone late in this game to try and close things out or at least build some momentum. Pirates, you would assume, after deferring the opening kickoff, will end up getting the ball back in the second half of play to start things off. For Soda Springs, leading offensive member of the team so far has been Andrew Stewart, 34 yards, but he's only carried the ball 3 times so far tonight, which is a shock to me as he is one of the quickest players on the team. And whenever they've been able to feed him the ball, he has been able to do something with the ball this season so far. They'll again form with that diamonds formation to the near side. Still down 22-7. Mason Smith will come up to the line of scrimmage. Quads to the left. It'll be a snap on the ground again. Ball still free on the ground and falling onto it smartly back at the 35-yard line. I believe on the play was either Nathan Lau or Jeremiah Hansen for Soda Springs, as quick reaction able to keep that one in possession of the Cardinals as the clock winds to 16 seconds to go. We'll see if they try and get one more play off. 8 seconds. Mumford waiting for a signal to snap this ball. Rain falling steadily here. And a sprinkle. And the Cardinals will, in fact, just let the clock run out. And we will head to the second half of play with the score at 22-7. The Cardinals shut out in that second quarter of play to the West Side Pirates. We'll come back with your Sanders Furniture halftime show on the other side of this break on your home for Cardinal Athletics, KVRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno-flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone. Food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, where right now they trail the Westside Pirates 22-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard on what is a chilly night and a cold night and a see your breath night at the home of the Cardinals at Archer Field. With the rain coming down as well, the Soda Springs Cardettes out on the field performing as we speak, as their performance wraps up a very small dance team for the Soda Springs Cardinals this year. Only 6 dancers out there on the field at this point in time, and I feel kind of bad for them having to lie down in what is very wet grass this year. As the Cardettes run off the field, that gives us a chance to run into our Sanders Furniture halftime show, brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance in Soda Springs, where they carry only the best brands, including Lazy Boy, Amana, Maytag, and more. Sanders Furniture and Appliance is looking at making your house a home, and right now we'll go to our scoring summary to start things off, where the Soda Springs Cardinals struck first after a fumbled punt. It was an 8-yard touchdown run by Thomas Nielsen to give the Cardinals a 7-0 lead after the Morgan Steele PAT was good. After that, it's been all Pirates, though, as they took a 3-yard touchdown run in from Tate Butters with 36.7 seconds left to go in the first quarter to give themselves an 8-7 lead. They have not looked back since then. To start the second quarter with 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go, they had a 2-yard run by Tate Butters. They did not complete the 2-point conversion after a penalty marched them back. The pass attempt on first and goal from the 7 for the 2-point conversion was no good, making the score 14-7. At 50.1 seconds to go, the Pirates were able to get the ball back and were able to take the ball into the end zone for a score that closed out the half and made it a 22-7 ball game after a 2-point run from Tate Butters. It was a Butters pass, by the way, to Crouch, as Tate Butters has been responsible for all 3 of the touchdown passes so far. Stockton Brown has gone 6 for 7 with 90 yards in the game to this point in time. Butters, as I said, with the 1 pass for 14 yards. The Pirates have had 2 rushers carry the ball 10 times each, as Tate Butters has carried it for 48 yards for 2 touchdowns. Also, Jake Moser has carried the ball 10 times for 23 yards. Enoch Ward's carried the ball twice for 33 yards. And finally, Stockton Brown wraps it up with 1 rush for -6 yards. Receiving-wise, it has been Braden Crouch, who's got 4 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown. Enoch Ward's carried the ball twice, pulled in the ball twice for 34 total yards, and 1 reception for Quinn Fuller so far with 0 yards to show for it. The Pirates have 2 penalties for 10 yards so far in the game. On the other side, for the Soda Springs Cardinals, Logan Mumford's completed 6 of his 10 passes for 20 yards so far in the game. He's also rushed 9 times for 6 yards, 3 rushes for Andrew Stewart, 3 for 34 yards, and 1 rush for Thomas Nielsen for that touchdown and an 8-yard gain. Receiving-wise, it's been Justin Morrison to take the lead. 2 receptions for 19 yards. That was wiped out, though, by a personal foul on the far sideline, and ended up taking the back on his biggest reception of the game. 2 receptions for Nielsen for 2 yards, and 2 receptions as well for Andrew Stewart for -1 yards in this game. The Cardinals have 5 penalties in the game as well for 42 yards so far on the night. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll give you a look at our standout student, Alexis Erickson, a senior at Soda Springs High School, will be joining us on our halftime show, brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance in Soda Springs on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Caleb Burgraff joined here with Alexis Erickson from Soda Springs High School, and you're a senior here at the school. First of all, what's it like to have the senior year finally here now that you've put in 11 years of school getting to this point?
It's kind of relieving because the senior year is super easy compared to all the other years. Like, there's a lot less hard classes because all those are already out of the way. It's a little bit relaxing.
It hasn't been going on for very long, but what are some of the classes that you've really found that you're enjoying so far this year?
I really like statistics. It's really interesting to see the different studies and how you can interpret them different to get what you want out of them. So just because you see a study in the newspaper doesn't mean that's actually what the study showed. You can kind of take it however you want. It's really neat.
It's a way to get into math without necessarily getting bogged down in the numbers themselves, but trying to find what the numbers mean. Is that something that you like, is reading into things and trying to figure out what things mean instead of what they are?
Yeah, I want to go into genetics, so that's a lot of analyzing data and looking and seeing what problems are caused by which genes, so I think that's probably why I like statistics a lot.
Who are some of the teachers that you found that you really enjoy taking classes from here at the school?
I really like Mrs. Cook. Unfortunately, I don't have any classes with her, but she's my BPA advisor, so I've had a lot of experience with her, and she's always really helpful.
What do you look for in a teacher when you walk into a room? I mean, obviously being helpful is one of those huge points, but are there any specific little things that you like that make it easier for you to learn?
I like teachers that are always adapting to our interests. So, like, if we're super interested in one subject, they can kind of focus on that. And if we're not super interested in that, they can still cover it, but just in a way to make it fun. And teachers that are adaptable are really nice.
Looking at the things outside of just regular classes, you mentioned BPA. What's BPA been like this year as a senior?
BPA's been really cool. Last year I got to go to nationals, and the year before I got to go to nationals too. So I've been around. I've got to see what it's like, and hopefully this year I'll finally make it to callbacks at nationals. Last year I was one place off, and that made me really mad.
Hopefully, we'll wish you good luck on that. Is there anything else that you do here at the school that keeps you busy when you're outside of classes?
Yes, I'm in Job's Daughters, and I'm currently the Miss Idaho Job's Daughter, and I also participate in Nerd Bowl and Yearbook.
So what is Job's Daughters about?
Job's Daughters is for girls 10 to 20, and it teaches things like leadership and public speaking. We do a lot of service projects, and we actually have our own philanthropic organization, and it provides kids with hearing aids who can't afford them.
It's a fantastic mission and a fantastic goal with that. You mentioned projects, and that kind of leads into the next question. What's your senior project this year?
My senior project is following a lab technician around at the hospital to help get a more rounded medical education.
You mentioned genetics, so that ties right into that. And talking about that moving forward, what's next in your life after high school? Have you given thought to where you want to go and what you want to do in the next couple of years?
Yes, I want to go to Carroll College, which is in Helena, Montana, and I want to study biology there so I can go on to medical school at the University of Utah and get a doctorate degree in genetics.
Fantastic plan for the rest of your life and a fantastic plan for your senior year as well. Thank you so much, Alexis, for taking the time to talk.
Thanks for having me.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 22nd through the 28th. And we start off in the meat department, where you can grab 85% lean, 15% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. They also have sirloin chops for $1.49 a pound. If you're looking for eggs for breakfast or for any meal, Western Family 5 dozen packs of large AA eggs, $4.49. Over in the produce department, small Honeycrisp apples are $1.88 a pound. Those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Imagine a mining company who nurtures butterflies. At Monsanto, we plant wildflower seeds on recently mined land. The flowers support a thriving butterfly population, which then feeds small birds, who are in turn hunted by eagles and hawks. By paying attention to nature's detail, Monsanto sustains a broader ecosystem. That's one reason why 6 federal and state agencies have honored us with their highest award for excellence in annual operations. Monsanto. Imagine.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals as they look to take the field in quarter number 3. They will be kicking off to the Westside Pirates, I believe, to open up things here in this third quarter of play, as they will look to try and overcome a 22-7 deficit on what has been a cold, rainy, and error-filled night for the Soda Springs Cardinals so far. Error-filled for both teams, but the Cardinals have not been able to make the Westside Pirates pay for their mistakes that they have had so far in this game. Cardinals will come out and will prepare to kick the ball off to the Pirates, as it will be Morrison set to kick things away. He'll be kicking right to left as the Cardinals have the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Kickoffs brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. Rainy Day Massage, they specialize in shiatsu, Swedish reflexology, and trigger point and sports injury massage. Whistles blow. Morrison, the left-footed kicker, will run up and sends one deep down the field. It's going to bounce and check up at about the 20-yard line. Picking it up and making his way through is Crouch, and he is going to be taken down across the 30-yard line. And that is where the Westside Pirates will get to see their offense once again begin.
Justin Morrison, Andy Stewart on the tackle.
As Justin Morrison, the kicker, was the one who was able to make his way up for the tackle.
First and 10 for the Pirates.
And the Pirates will take over at 1st and 10. Their offense was moving swimmingly in that first quarter of play, or second quarter of play. It took them a while to get going. They'll start off with a handoff straight up the middle to their big fullback, and able to gain himself several yards on the play was Jake Moser. And the Cardinals will end up giving up 4 yards on the play to Moser on the first play from scrimmage in this second half of play. 11 minutes and 26 seconds left to go. 15-point edge for the Westside Pirates on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As the Pirates break the huddle, working left to right, it'll be Brown in that pistol formation. Behind him, Butters and Moser. They'll take the snap, hand off to Butters around the right side of the formation. He rolls himself forward, and he is going to gain himself a solid chunk of yards. Call it another 5 yards on that play, as Butters gets across the 50-yard mark for 53 yards in the game. And then brings up a 3rd down and 1 to go. Another play from scrimmage. This time it's a big play. Brown keeping this one himself, able to roll straight up the gut for a gain on the play of about 10 yards on the play. He gets himself back into positive yardage. And the West Side Pirates come out firing on all cylinders. Pistol formation in that wing T. Man goes into motion. It'll be a handoff, though, on the play to, again, Moser. And the big fullback bullies his way through the front line, straight up the middle. Gains 9 yards on the play and makes it a second down and 1 yard to go. Clock continues to run, and right now I think the West Side Pirates are committing themselves to this run game in order to bring themselves forward up the field. It'll be Brown again in that pistol wing T. Sends another man into motion. This is Butters. Another handoff to the fullback, and a huge hole streaking down the field. Finally rolled up and taken down, tripped up by Case Griffiths, but not before he carries the ball up to the 5-yard line for a gain on the play of 38. The Cardinals defense gives up a huge chunk of yardage, 74 yards on the night now for Jake Moser. And if you're the West Side Pirates, I don't see why you don't just hand it off to him again, as he has been able to get massive chunks, 4 yards, 9 yards, and 38 yards on the ground in this second half, and the 3 times he's touched it. Another man into motion. They'll fake the handoff to Moser. It'll be a handoff instead around the end to Enoch Ward, who is going to be tripped up short of the first down. Looks like he got about a yard on the play. And with 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go, it brings up a second down and 4 yards to go.
Second goal from the 3-yard line.
One of the Pirates bent down, tying his shoes, as they will get a moment to finish that, as that is Jake Moser who's bent down. Wet fingers and wet gloves, struggling with the laces. Stockton Brown almost had to go in with the assist to help out his teammate. And with 8 minutes and 57 seconds to go, Brown again hands off. It will be Moser. He hits a stack of Cardinals as they were piled up at the goal line, and short once again on a 3-yard run by Moser. Brings up a third down and goal from about the 1-yard line with 8 minutes and 37 seconds to go. And this is where the Cardinals need to pin their ears back if they want to keep this down. Expect a full-on blitz by the Cardinals from the middle to keep that run coming through, but you have to keep your ends on that contain. They'll put a man into motion. That's Ward. Handoff up the middle. It's again Moser who into the end zone drags in Thomas Nielsen, who had him wrapped up by his ankle, but it's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the West Side Pirates continue to build their lead. They're up 28-7 over the West Side Pirates on the first touchdown of the game by Moser. PAT coming up, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, where they have everything you need to get better quick and carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. With 8:17 to go, the Pirates already striking onto the scoreboard here in the second half, the quickest they've gotten onto the scoreboard in any of the quarters so far, as they will fake a handoff, dropping back to pass as Brown fires one, picked off on the play by Taylor Adams. The play is blown dead as the PAT is no good, and the Cardinals defense will hold and keep the score at 28-7. We'll take a break and come back with a resumption of play here with the kickoff coming up next, brought to you by Rainy Day Massage on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 22nd through the 28th. And we start off in the meat department, where you can grab 85% lean, 15% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. They also have sirloin chops for $1.49 a pound. If you're looking for eggs for breakfast or for any meal, Western Family 5 dozen packs of large AA eggs, $4.49. Over in the produce department, small Honeycrisp apples are $1.88 a pound. Those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs. Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. A 21-point edge for the Westside Pirates as they have scored 28 unanswered points against the Soda Springs Cardinals so far in tonight's contest. And with 8 minutes and 17 seconds to go, the Cardinals will be receiving this rainy day massage kickoff brought to you by Jake Rainey, where right now you can get $15 off a 15-minute massage as the ball will be lined down the field. Misplayed by Thomas Nielsen, picked up by Justin Morrison. He's going to be wrapped up immediately and taken down at the 24-yard line, and a little bit slow to get up as well as he was shaken up slightly on the play. Cardinals will get the ball at the 24-yard line. Back to Rainy Day Massage. You get a $15 off of their 50-minute massage. That includes steaming stones therapy. Simply by mentioning that you heard this ad during this broadcast, call Jake at 435-703-0195 and begin feeling better today. Cardinals offense looking to try and get over that 100-yard plateau here on this drive. If they can punch in the end zone, they would do that. It would be Mumford in the backfield, power formation. They're going to set this one off to Stewart, who takes it forward for a gain of about 1.5 yards on the play, forward to the 30-yard line. And brings up a second down, and I'm going to say 8 yards on the play.
Picked up 1 yard.
We'll call it officially second down and 9. No actual yard marks out there on the field, except for the major lines, and even those faded out here, so tough to see distances. As with 7 minutes and 37 seconds to go, Cardinals will come out with a bunch formation, 2 backs in the backfield with Mumford. He's going to fake the handoff to Nielsen, flips out a pitch to Stewart. He's going to break one tackle, gets into the secondary, and lays a hit on Crouch. There is a flag in the backfield, and I think this one is going to be coming back despite a big 19-yard run by Andrew Stewart. And a holding penalty, I think, is what's going to bring this one back that I don't even know if was necessary. Officials talking things over on the far side. They held up the chain gang. And looking to the white hat to see what this is going to be. They're already picking up the football and bringing it back to talk things over. And now the white hat goes over to talk with the Cardinals sideline to fill them in on what is going on. And this actually could be a horse collar against the Pirates. No, they're actually moving the Cardinals back already, it looks like. And chirping from the Cardinals sideline as well.
Still waiting for the official.
And the official talking things over with one of the captains for the Westside Pirates. They are going to pick up the flag, and they're going to mark it off from the end of the run on the holding penalty, which is, normally that's a spot foul. I think it's a holding penalty. If not, it's a personal foul against the offense, although they don't say what the personal foul is. So it'll be from the end of the play, and that will give the Cardinals a first down on the 19-yard run by Stewart.
Personal foul called on the Cardinals.
They will still get the yardage, then 15 yards marked back. It ends up being a net gain of about 4 yards on the play as the ball is spotted up at the 34-yard line, still in Cardinal territory. 1st and 10, clock winds with 7:17 to go. 2 backs again in the backfield with Mumford, and movement on the offensive line once again for the Cardinals. And this one will march them back another 5 yards. And in about 30 seconds, the Cardinals gain 19 yards and go back 20. And I think that is the definition of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 28-7, your score. Cardinals trying to fight back, but they'll have first down and 15 from the 29-yard line on their own side of the field, as they've been stuck there for a couple of plays now, or stuck in this general vicinity for a couple of plays now. They'll bring forward to the line with 7 down linemen. Nielsen on the formation, and Morrison to the right. Snap to Mumford. He hands this off to Stewart. He breaks through the hole, and he's got a huge hole in front of him. Again to the 49-yard line of the Pirates. He's going to bust it out for a gain of 21 yards and a first down. Andrew Stewart says, give me the ball. I'll carry you on my back. And that's exactly what he's done so far. 2 big gains of 15 and 21 yards, and the Cardinals have a first down and 10
from the 50-yard line. Ball still inside Cardinal territory with the nose of the football on the white chalk. 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go in a 21-point ball game, 28-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Same formation, flip to the near side. It'll be another handoff to Stewart. He'll pick his way through the offensive line, who makes another big hole, gaining him 6 yards. The Cardinals going to a run-first offense now as they drop the passing game that was not gaining them anything, and now they're starting to see some success. 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go in a 2nd and 4 coming up here in the third quarter of play. See if the Cardinals can keep this momentum up, as this has been a problem so far for them on the season. Mumford in that pistol once again. Takes the snap, goes through his hands and all the way back to the 40-yard line, where he slides on the ball and covers it up. It's a loss of 16 on the play, and the Cardinals cannot afford to see that happen, as that will make it a 3rd down and 20 to go from the 40-yard line. Again, every single time they seem to have momentum on their side, something happens to push them back. And this time it just happens to be a snap through the hands of Logan Mumford. And I think that is on Mumford himself, as he needs to secure that ball and keep it in front of him, at the very least. Well, it's a sickening feeling for a quarterback to see that, but good reaction as well by Mumford to scramble back and get on top of the football. 4 minutes and 55 seconds and counting. Mumford flanked by 2 backs in the backfield with Case Griffith spread out to the right side. It'll be a pitch play out to Stewart. The Pirates quickly get there. They'll wrap him up for a loss of 2 on the play. Mumford pitched that ball way too quickly to Stewart, and everybody was able to close in on Stewart on the play, and it goes as a loss of a yard, and the Cardinals will be forced to punt once again. With 4 minutes and 41 seconds to go, clock stopped as the play went out of bounds. 3rd and call it 21 with the ball at the 39-yard line on the Cardinals side of the field. There is a holding penalty on the Cardinals as well. That is declined. Another penalty declined. They've gotten a total of 9 penalties tonight, 2 declined, and the other ones costing them 7 penalties for 62 yards in this game. 4:41, and the Cardinals will get set to punt the ball away once again, and I believe it will be Stewart back to punt this one for Soda Springs, as he has taken a place of the punting duties for Morrison, who, Morrison, to his credit, had actually been doing a fairly good job punting the football. High snap, fielded well, though, and Stewart lines one deep. That's back at the 20, where it's picked up, I believe, by Butters. He comes all the way across the field to the near side. Case Griffiths misses a tackle. Butters with Green in front of him. 2 men to beat, and is finally pushed out of bounds by Andrew Stewart at the 38-yard line. It's a punt all the way to the 20, which goes for 42 yards, but it's a return to make it a net punt of -1, as the West Side Pirates will get themselves another time to go in with Cardinals territory on their side. That is what is a problem for the Soda Springs Cardinals right now, as they cannot seem to find a way to get themselves out of ruts once they find themselves stuck there. 28-7, the Pirates again with the football and set to try and move down the field from the Cardinals 38. Officials will start action as Brown in that wing tee moves a man into motion. He'll roll out to his left, looks for a man to throw to, going deep down the field, and it's Morrison picking the ball off at the 10-yard line. Justin comes running up the sidelines. 2 flags fly out. There'll be a holding penalty on Taylor Adams, but an interception by Justin Morrison is going to give the Cardinals the football on the far side of the field, inside of their own 20, but it stops the West Side Pirates. Justin Morrison had a 50-50 ball with Crouch on the far sideline and just simply took it away from him. Flags all over the place. Another flag comes out on the near side of the field. So we could have 2 separate penalties on the play here. Regardless, it should be Cardinals football no matter what. It will be a block in the back against Adams. That penalty will be marked off.
Block in the back by the Cardinals.
And Soda Springs will get the ball
Cardinals retain the football
at the
will move the
I believe it will end up being the 9-yard line by the time the play is marched off with 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go. So the offense, back in the shadow of their own goalposts, will have an opportunity to bring the ball forward up the field once again.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals after that interception.
Mumford once again a chance to bring his
9-yard line.
troops to the line as the rain begins to fall harder once again here at the home of the Cardinals. Ball at the 10-yard line. Mumford pitches the ball outside to Stewart. He's wrapped up immediately, makes one man miss, but 6 different Pirates finally take him down at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 5 on that play for Andrew Stewart.
By a band of Pirates.
And the Pirates will get another
Loss of 3 on the play.
Defensive play that gets the Cardinals backed up once again to make it 1st down and 13 as they will mark the ball officially at the 5-yard line. Need to get the ball up ahead to the 18. Snap goes to Mumford. Pitches the ball outside to Morrison, who can't pull in the pass on the far side. Goes through his hands. And the incompletion cost the Cardinals another another down, 3rd and 13. And Soda Springs looking for answers right now, and none really seeming to come through as apparent. They will sub in. As checking out of the game is Kyle Dursteller. So we'll see if they go with a more tight package, as Mason Smith and Riley Harris both flank the formation for extra protection. Stewart stands in the backfield with Nielsen flanking the formation and Morrison spread out to the right. It'll be a bad snap picked up by Mumford in the end zone, and they are going to say down at the 1. A loss of 5 on the play.
The ball slipped through Mumford,
and it will remain Cardinals football at the 1-inch line of their own goal line. Mumford just able to keep that ball from rolling into the end zone when he picked it up, fell on the ball and keeps the Cardinals possession, but it is not going to be an easy punt play here, as the Pirates will send Butters back to the 40-yard line to return this punt. It'll be Morrison back out to kick this ball away, as they've been trading between Stewart and Morrison in this game as their punters. Morrison takes a snap, quick kick, high end-over-end kick, fielded at the 31, dropped again by Butters. He picks it up. He's going to move to his left, makes 2 men miss all the way down the sideline, and finally pushed out of bounds and taken down hard at the 12-yard line. They'll actually mark him at the 10, and a punt on the play of 31 yards, returned for 20 yards on the play after several missed tackles by the Cardinals, and the West Side Pirates will take the ball over inside the Cardinals' red zone, about 11 yards away from pay dirt. 28-7, they lead the Cardinals on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, as they will break the huddle. Brown checks things out with his team. Make sure everybody knows what's going on, as they will put Enoch Ward to the right side of the formation. Butters and Mosier behind Brown, who stands at about the 14-yard line. The ball placed at about the 11, 1st down and 10. They can get a 1st down, I believe, without scoring. It'll be a handoff up the gut, and again it's Butters who takes it through the line into the end zone for an 11-yard touchdown. That's his 4th total touchdown of the game, and the West Side Pirates go up 34-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Two-point conversion coming up, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. As a Bear Lake Drug, they have everything you need to get better quick, and they carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. As Casey and his staff take time to understand your health needs, Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, call them at 208-847-1421. Pirates will break the huddle with 3 yards to go and try and get this into the end zone. Brown in that pistol sends a man into motion. They'll hand the ball off to the motion man, who slips and falls down and can't get in, and that was Quinn Fuller trying to get into the end zone, and it will fail on the 2-point conversion. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll see what the Cardinals can do here, as they have 2 minutes left in the third quarter, 14 minutes left overall, to try and find a way to get some offense going. On the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, it's 34-7 on your home for Cardinal Athletics.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Another kickoff coming up, brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. The rain is definitely falling down here at the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. As back to kick this one away is big number 61, Jordan Meek, the 210-pound offensive lineman. With the 34-7 score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, he will get set to kick this one downfield. Cardinals ready for the squib. It's going to go through them, picked up by Morrison at about the 20. He goes to his right, makes one man miss, but can't make the second man miss. That's Meeks who pulls him down, and a little bit of extracurricular play coming over on the far side. No flags, as Mumford got caught up with Butters and another Pirate on the far side of the field. Soda Springs will take over now with possession, and the rain begins to fall down even harder. If that could actually happen, as it is a steady downpour here at the home of the Cardinals at Archer Field. 34-7, Soda Springs has had some success with the ball so far in this game, but right now only 77 yards of total offense in the game. Mumford stands in the backfield, takes a snap, fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, and he goes nowhere as the West Side Pirates automatically wrap him up after a gain of none. And on Mumford's last 3 carries, he's gone for negative 21 yards with that 0-yard rush. Part of that was a bad snap that he had to go back and fall on, but that gives you an idea of what the Pirates are doing right now. With the lead they have, they're just pinning their ears back and gunning for the quarterback of the Cardinals. 1 minute and 19 seconds to go, third quarter, as the Pirates come up with those 3 down linemen, 2 ends standing up on either side for contain. Mumford takes the snap. He'll hand off to Nielsen coming on an end around, and he goes backwards. He's taken down and loses the ball. They'll call him down on the play, though. Stewart able to fall onto the ball, and from the 32-yard line, the ball will go back to the 25-yard line, and it's a loss of 7 for Nielsen. And makes it a 3rd down and 17 to go. 16 officially on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as the clock winds to under a minute left to go. Cardinals down by 4 scores, 34-7 on that same scoreboard. On a rainy night, can't stress that enough. It has been a slippery and wet evening. Mumford, the only one in the backfield. 5 wideouts, 3 to the right side of the formation. He'll fake a pass, steps up. He's going to run this one himself and is going to be taken down after gaining about 9 yards on the play up to the 34-yard line. Solid gain there. Not enough for the Cardinals, though, as that will end the third quarter. 34-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We'll come back as play will continue here at Soda Springs High School. They hope to have a miracle comeback, down by 27 points on your home for Cardinal Athletics. KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Welcome back out once again. Fourth quarter of play being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, underway 34-7. 12 minutes on the clock as Morrison will be back to punt this one. Roll to him, gets it off with blockers in his face as it spins to the near side, rolls to the 40-yard line, is picked up by Butters. The Cardinals stopped playing football, and it's going to be Butters all the way inside the 20 and finally taken down at the 11-yard line. A massive mental mistake made by the Cardinals there as everyone stopped running, and the only ones around the football were the Westside Pirates to pick it up, and they again get the ball inside of the red zone on back-to-back possessions. 11 minutes and 44 seconds to go, and the Cardinals again come up with a negative punt distance as the ball returned past where that line of scrimmage was, as it will be marked at officially about the 12-yard line. And the Pirates looking to try and drive a dagger into the Cardinals' hopes here. It'll be Brown in that shotgun again, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, dances to the middle of the field, cuts across the formation, doesn't go down till the 5. He's got a 7-yard gain. On his third carry of the game, he just continually made Cardinals miss until Hunter Bybee finally was able to drag him down.
7-yard pickup, making it second down and 3.
And it makes it second and 3 at the 5-yard line, needing the 2 to keep this drive going, and needing 5 yards in order to punch this one into the end zone. As Brown steps up, flanked in a power I formation behind him, he's going to hand off to Butters, who immediately is stacked up. Mason Smith and Logan Mumford able to pack him up in the backfield. It goes as a loss of 1 on the play.
On the carry.
And it makes it a 3rd down and 4 coming.
For a 2-yard loss.
For the Westside Pirates, they'll officially mark it as 3rd and 5 with 10 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Cardinals defense looking for a major stop here to give them some momentum to move up the field with. Brown hands this one off to the right side. It's Quinn Fuller, a new name to try and run the ball, but he goes nowhere, gets maybe 2 yards back up to the original line of scrimmage 2 plays ago, and makes it a 3rd down and 13 once again.
A gain of 1 on the play, making it 4th down and 3 to go.
4th and 3 on the play coming up. Ball at the 5, near the middle of the field. As the Pirates will run in several substitutions. Fuller comes out, Butters comes back in, and he is going to look to try and carry this one in the rest of the way. Brown in that pistol, takes the snap, rolls out to the near side, cutting into the field. Butters straightens himself out as he runs along the edge of the goal line, makes the Cardinals miss, and runs himself in for his 4th rushing touchdown of the game, as well as his 5th overall touchdown of the game, as he has 1 passing touchdown as well. And with 9 minutes and 33 seconds to go, the Westside Pirates go up 40-7 over the Soda Springs Cardinals. The rout continues. 40 unanswered points for the Westside Pirates, as your extra point being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug is coming up. At Bear Lake Drug, we have everything you need to get better quick, and they carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. It'll be Brown to take the snap, hands this one off to Fuller, who dives into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Quinn Fuller wraps up the drive, and Soda Springs goes down 42-7. We'll take another break, come back after this with the 4th quarter of plays resumption on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals on KBRV 800 The Bear. And the Soda Springs Cardinals have watched what seemed to be a very thrilling homecoming night turn against them as they had a 7-0 lead early on after scoring in the first 3.5 minutes. And since then, it has been all West Side. 42-0 they lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And it'll be Meeks once again to kick this ball off. Another Rainy Day Massage kickoff brought to you by Jake Rainey of Rainy Day Massage. Meeks runs up. He's going to send this one on a line drive kick that bounces at the 30. Rolls past Stewart. He corrals it at the 15. Looks to come back to the near side. Makes a couple of Pirates miss as he gets to the 20. Outside of the 21 and run out of bounds. Rolled up onto the track. And Soda Springs will take over at the 22-yard line on the spot by the officials. 9:22 left to go. That kickoff brought to you by Rainy Day Massage, where right now you can get $15 off of a 50-minute massage that includes steaming stones therapy simply by mentioning that you heard this ad during our broadcast. Call Jake Rainey at 435-703-0195 and begin feeling better today. Thank you to all of our sponsors, by the way, including Bear Lake Drug, who's bringing you this fourth quarter of action with a score of 42-7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. It'll be Mumford to come out in that pistol formation, bunched formation in a power run set. It'll be a handoff or snap that goes through, and Stewart automatically just runs back and falls on the ball, and a loss of 9 on the play.
Through Mumford's hands, covered by Stewart.
And the Cardinals will automatically have to deal with 2nd down and 19 or 18 to go. And it makes up.
Making it 2nd down and 20.
Stewart drops down with that to 63 total yards on the game. The Cardinals offense again beginning to go backwards, and they have a total of 77 yards now of total offense in this game. 8 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the Bear Lake Drug fourth quarter of action. West Side will make a couple of subs, getting some of their younger kids in. You're starting to see some of the maroon numbers out there instead of the yellow numbers, as Mumford brings his men to the line of scrimmage once again. Twins set out to the far side. Taylor Adams as well as Nielsen brought tight to the formation. They're going to have another botch snap fallen on. Back-to-back poor snaps and another loss of a yard on the play. Mumford able to drop onto it. And it is a negative 7-yard rushing night for Mumford so far on this evening's game, with 7:47 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Pirates looking to try and start that running clock if they get the ball back, as that would give them a golden opportunity to try and keep this play going. Cardinals will split out 4 to the left side of the formation. They need to go deep. We'll see if they do. Taylor Adams split out to the right. Working left to right. On the near side hash mark, it'll be Mumford. Looks to go far side. He'll tuck this one. Tries to run it himself. Brings the ball past the 20 and is finally stacked up at the 22-yard line. He's able to gain back most of the lost yardage and makes it a 4th down and 10. So credit him with 10 yards on the play.
Mumford getting back to the original line of scrimmage.
Brings up 4th and 10, as I said, with under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And you would assume another punt upcoming for the Cardinals. And that is what it looks like as Morrison goes back to kick this one off. 20 yards back at the line of scrimmage. Your streakers are going to be Nielsen and Stewart to each side. Bybee, good snap. Kick is up, and a soft kick that's going to bounce and get a good Cardinal roll. Fallen on by Quinn Fuller at the 41-yard line, and the Pirates will take over once again with the ball just outside of Cardinals territory. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And your Bear Lake Drug fourth quarter brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, where they have everything you need to get better quick. They carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. Casey and his staff take time to understand your health needs at Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. Call them today at 208-847-1421. Ball spotted, as I said, at the 41-yard line. Cardinals will have to look forward to Malad next week on Malad's homecoming before Bear Lake comes here, and then they travel to Aberdeen. Two backs in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to the near side by a new quarterback. Stewart able to take down the runner, as I believe that is Quinn Fuller carrying the ball for a gain of 6.
Quinn Fuller.
New quarterback in the game, by the way, is Cooper Hobson, 165-pound player. And with 5 minutes and 47 seconds to go in counting, the Pirates will continue to move the ball towards midfield. 2nd down and 5. As Hobson shifts backs around behind him. As I said, some of the younger players for the Westside Pirates getting set into the formation. Hobson takes the snap, hands this one off to his fullback, and pushing his way forward on that play, I believe, is Jackson Moser, as he comes in for his brother, and he is able to gain another yard on the play.
Met by number 18.
As Coach Moser, I believe both his sons, running the fullback positions. Pirates will split out Talon Johnson. Cardinals getting a couple of their bench players in as well. Peyton Lish stepping up into the offensive line as they will move Quinn Fuller across the formation. He'll take the handoff, go straight up the gut. He's got a hole. Thomas Nielsen, the only man with a chance, and he is going to drag him out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And it's another big gain on the play of about 35 yards on the play for Fuller. Longest run of the game for Fuller. 4:37 now to go as the Pirates continue to bring the ball forward.
On the 16-yard line.
And Hobson will again come up in that same formation. Two backs behind him, one to the right side. Handoff goes up the gut. It'll be the younger Mosier who falls forward to the 5-yard line. A gain of 10 yards on that play as Jackson Mosier is able to burst his way through, and he's got 11 yards on the night. Even the young players for the West Side Pirates are moving the ball well down the field. Ball at the 6-yard line with 4:06 to go, and the West Side Pirates looking to give themselves a 48-7 lead, which would start up that running clock here on the night at Soda Springs on homecoming night for the Cardinals. Hobson again sets up. One back behind him. Full wing tee set. It'll be a handoff around the right side. Taking the ball this time and just missing the end zone. A late flag comes out. I think he went out of bounds at the 1. And on the play, it was Dylan Robinson, another new name for the Pirates, who gains 4 yards on the play. Flag came out late, and this one is going to be a face mask holding against the West Side Pirates, and this play is not going to count. And Dylan Robinson will have to wait on his opportunity to carry that ball. That was his first carry of the game. It goes as a about 8-yard penalty on the play, marked from the spot of the foul. Only the third penalty in the game for the West Side Pirates with 3:39 to go. 1st and 15 as the ball snapped once again to Hobson. Gives the ball off to Jackson Mosier, who bowls up to about the 10-yard line and gains another 4 yards for the West Side Pirates. 15 yards now for Mosier, the younger one. Jake Mosier already ran today for 78 yards and a touchdown. Jackson Mosier has carried the ball 3 times. He's trying to follow in the footsteps of his brother. He'll land up behind Hobson. Man into motion. He'll give off to Mosier again. He falls forward up ahead. Gain of about 2 yards on the play as they continue to hand off to him here deep in the red zone. And the clock continues to wind with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Crowd sticking around here for the Soda Springs Cardinals. West Side fans as well on our right and left here at the press box, continuing to watch as their team marks their way towards the end zone. And Jackson Mosier will again step up with 3rd down and goal to go from the 8-yard line. Handoff will come around the outside, and taking the ball towards the Cardinals and making one man miss is Ryan Beckstead. More flags come out. As of now, it's a gain of about 3 yards. And we'll see what this penalty is at the moment. If it does not go against the Pirates, the Cardinals will get themselves another opportunity to run. And the official still talking things over as they signaled something to the Cardinals sideline. And this is going to be a personal foul against the Cardinals, which will be marked off 2.5 yards towards the goal. And it will go to Beckstead as that 3-yard gain, and makes it 1st down and 3 for the West Side Pirates with 2 minutes and 21 seconds left to go. And we'll see if they try to punch this one in, leading 42-7, or just try to run out the clock. I'd assume they could just try and run out the clock, but with their younger kids in, you'd love to get them some varsity touchdowns. Jackson Mosier lines up as the fullback, as Hobson shuffles a couple of players around on his offensive line. And you'll wait for the official whistle here as the main judge goes over and talks things over on the sideline with, I believe, Coach Garbett. And the whistle will start the clock at 2 minutes and 17 and counting. Hobson surveys the defense, sends a man in motion. They'll hand off once more. It'll be Mosier, met at the goal line and held out. It's a 2-yard gain for Mosier. And he will have another opportunity here with 1:56 to go. And 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Not much needed to try and punch this ball in here in the 4th quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. As Mosier lines up behind Hobson, puts a man into motion. They're going to hand this one off. That's Robinson, who goes to the corner of the end zone and streaks his way in. That's his first carry of the game, and that is a touchdown as Dylan Robinson caps off this game with 1:35 seconds left to go on the 7th touchdown of the game for the West Side Pirates. And another PAT coming up for the Pirates. Brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, as they'll line up once again in that wing T. It'll be a handoff up the middle. That's going to be Jackson, as Jackson Mosier takes that one in. And the Pirates spreading the ball around as their young JV players continue to share the ball. 50-7 now. The Soda Springs Cardinals trailing on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. Come back. Running clock begins after this on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Students, when I call the reason for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Too tired, family trip, sick day, starting the holidays early.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Another rainy day massage kickoff coming up for you here as the West Side Pirates will get set to line this one down the field. More JV players out, including a JV kicker is John Kirby. We'll get a chance to line this one away wearing the green socks, maroon helmet, maroon numbers, clashing with the yellow numbers of the varsity.
Your new kicker is Kirby.
And he will run himself forward, and this one's going to be a line kick deep. It's Morrison who takes this one at the 15. Looks to go over to his left, picks his way through some defense, now turns on some jets, gets to the 50. He's across the 50 and finally pulled down at the 45-yard line into the Pirates side of the field. It's at the 44 where he is taken over, and that's where Soda Springs will get the ball with 1 minute and 22 seconds left to go in this game. And at the 43-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. Running clock will start on the snap of the football here in your Bear Lake Drug fourth quarter. Stick around for your post-game show. They will start the running clock now. And the Cardinals will break out of the huddle as they look for a quick bit of offense. Clock winds to 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. Under center is going to be Mumford. Brings a couple of players near to him. As a couple of new names onto the field, we'll try and get those two. As Stewart takes this handoff, he's going to fire his way forward for a gain of about 6 on the play to get him back to 69 yards on the night. The Cardinals, with 92 yards, trying to get to that 100-yard plateau. They got 39 seconds and counting to do it, with the ball sitting outside of the 35-yard line at the 36, inside Pirate territory. 30 seconds to go. Most likely your last play of the ball game here. See if the Cardinals try and huck this one deep. It'll be Nielsen taking over as quarterback. No, power I formation behind Mumford. Pitches the ball to the near side where Stewart takes the ball. He's going to cut back to his left, cuts up the middle of the field, and he is going to take this ball into the end zone and run it forward to make this game 13-50, and that will do it on the ball game. With 3 seconds left to go for the Cardinals, Andrew Stewart takes the ball 36 yards for his first touchdown of the game. Big play there for the Cardinals to try and at least give them some momentum. Puts Andrew Stewart over the 105-yard mark. And the Cardinals will have their own Bear Lake Drug PAT coming up. See if they go for 2. It looks like they will as they keep the offense out there on the field. No, they will have Morgan Steele out to attempt a PAT here.
For the extra point attempt.
Steele made his first one of the night. 20-yard attempt. Hold good, snap good, kick is up, and that is good as well. And Steele is able to cap it off, making it 50-14 for the Soda Springs Cardinals, as they are at least able to get themselves back into this slightly, but they could not overcome what the West Side Pirates were able to do, as this game is going to wrap up at 50-14 despite the strong play by the Cardinals. We'll see if they actually have this kick coming up. And they will not, as they'll run the final 3 seconds off. And that is your final score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 50-14. The Soda Springs Cardinals fall to the West Side Pirates to open up District 5 play. We'll take a break, come back, and start your post-game show on the other side, on your home for Cardinal Athletics, KBRV 800 The Bear, with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno-flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone. Food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, We offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 22nd through the 28th. And we start off in the meat department, where you can grab 85% lean, 15% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. They also have sirloin chops for $1.49 a pound. If you're looking for eggs for breakfast or for any meal, Western Family 5 dozen packs of large AA eggs, $4.49. Over in the produce department, small Honeycrisp apples are $1.88 a pound. Those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, where they fall by a final score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard of 50-14. They do score their high total of the season, but it ends up not being enough. And welcome into the post-game show, as we will give you a look at the final numbers in this one, starting with the Soda Springs Cardinals. Andrew Stewart did have a good game. He ended up breaking out a long 36-yard run to go with his 30-yard run to start the game, and ended up with 12 rushes for 105 yards and a touchdown on the night. For Logan Mumford, he rushed 15 times for 3 yards and threw 6 of 11 for 20 yards through the air. Justin Morrison was the main receiver for the Cardinals, 2 receptions for 19 yards in the game. They did have an 8-yard touchdown run by Nielsen, and as I said, the 36-yard touchdown run by Stewart with 3 seconds left in the game. Cardinals ended up with 4 penalties in the second half, and they ended up with a total of 71 penalty yards in the game, 129 yards, of total offense. On the other side, for the West Side Pirates, they really went to the ground for most of their yards in the second half of action, as carrying the ball 13 times for 63 yards was Tate Butters. 15 carries for 78 yards, and the touchdown was Jake Moser. Tate Butters, by the way, ended up with 4 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown as well to go with that. As far as the rest of your rushing yards, 3 carries for 34 yards for Enoch Ward, and it was Stockton Brown carrying the ball 3 times for 11 yards. Coming in off of the bench as some of their JV players, Quinn Fuller carried the ball 3 times for 43 yards, 5 carries in the game for Jackson Moser, who carried it for 19 yards, 1 carry in the game as well for Dylan Robinson, and 1 for Ryan Beckstead in tonight's game. As far as receiving, we already went over those numbers. We'll go over those again. Braden Crouch, 4 receptions for 70 yards and the lone receiving touchdown. Also pulling in a pass was Enoch Ward for 2 passes for 34 yards, and Quinn Fuller got 1 pass for 0 yards in the game. 7 total touchdowns for the West Side Pirates, 1 in the first quarter, 2 in each of the ensuing quarters, and each of them coming at around the same time in each one of those matchups and each one of those times. And the longest touchdown of the game was a 14-yard touchdown pass from Tate Butters to Braden Crouch. That laps it up for the recap of tonight's ball game. We're going to take a break quickly, and when we come back, we'll bring you our sports update. Rhiannon Bridges joins us next on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not,
then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 22nd through the 28th. And we start off in the meat department, where you can grab 85% lean, 15% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. They also have sirloin chops for $1.49 a pound. If you're looking for eggs for breakfast or for any meal, Western Family 5 dozen packs of large AA eggs, $4.49. Over in the produce department, small Honeycrisp apples are $1.88 a pound. Those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Caleb Burgraff joined here with Rhiannon Bridges from the Soda Springs dance team. And Rhiannon, first of all, how's dance been going so far this year with such a small team?
Oh, it's actually been going really well. I mean, the girls are really, really positive this year, which really helps. And everybody seems to be wanting to work really hard, and so we're getting through things really quickly. And it's really nice to see everybody progress so quickly.
Do you feel like having younger dancers on the team this year has helped with that as well, with having a little bit more desire to learn and improve?
Oh, yeah, new girls, definitely, because they look up to the few of us who have been here before, and they want to, be like us, so they look to us as examples, and then they try their hardest to match what we can do and maybe even get better at it.
What are some of the things that you guys have been improving on so far this year that were some of the weaknesses from last year's team?
Definitely attitude. We had a serious problem last year with keeping up spirits when, times got hard and we were all just tired and wanted to go home. But this year, especially the younger girls, they're really enthusiastic and they're ready to go and get things done.
When you think about this week, it's a big week for you guys, a big week for all the school. In fact, homecoming week. You have volleyball matches as well as the football game coming up. What are you guys going to be doing for the football game, which will be your first performance of the year?
We're going to be doing one of our camp routines, which we learned when we went to our dance camp, which we do every year. We could go to a basic dance training type thing, and we learn a few dances, and we're going to pull that one out and perform it for the first time. So
weather could be a little bit interesting. Are you excited about the prospects of having to overcome an extra challenge with the young team?
Not really. I think they've got this. I think they're ready and they're willing to go in and get things done.
I know you guys have been putting in a lot of work over the weekends as well, and a lot of it's been able to be done outside of the normal practice times that you have. Has it been nice to be able to get together at another site in Coach Daniel's dance studio to actually work on things as a team?
Oh yeah, it's definitely helping with technique and just basically having more time together with the coach to go over things which we aren't quite sure of, and counts and specific movements, and making sure we can get all of that pristine and to the point and really clean for competition.
What's your favorite dance to perform?
My favorite kind of dance is military, just because we can be so strong and powerful, and when everybody's together, it just looks so cool.
I guess we'll wrap it up with just a couple more quick questions, Rhiannon. The first one is, when you think about this year, what's the main goal for the team this year, especially with the small numbers that you have?
Our main goal is to perform like we're a big team, to really expand our formations and to really just get into movements and perform like we have 50 girls on the team.
You said that attitude has been a big step forward. You guys still have a couple months until you actually get those state competitions and regional competitions. What are some of the things technique-wise that are really being focused on by the team?
We are definitely focusing on a lot of strength in our core, and we are focusing on a lot of things such as turnout in our kicks, pointing our toes, so on and so forth, making sure that we are flexible enough to do those kicks and the leaps and the turns, and it's just a lot of basic technique stuff.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and good luck as you guys continue on through the year.
Thank you.
Big thanks to senior Rhiannon Bridges of the Soda Springs dance team. The Cardettes were able to perform here tonight and were able to do a fantastic performance on homecoming night. The Cardinals football team falls 50-14. We'll wrap things up with some final thoughts after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming audio and video online at mylocalradio.com.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Time to wrap things up one final time here at the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, as once again they end up falling to the Westside Pirates by a final score of 50-14. Looking for a final score from the Grace matchup as they were at Hagerman tonight. We did get a final score from the North Gem Cowboys as they were able to take down Horseshoe Bend on their homecoming game, 36-20 over in North Gem. So congratulations to the North Gem Cowboys as they have had a fantastic season so far, and they will look to continue that season as the year goes on. They move to, I believe, 3-1 on the young season and have the best record in Caribou County. As for us, our next broadcast will be on Tuesday night. We're going to travel with the Grace Grizzlies as they head to Valley for a tri-match over there. We should be on air some point in time between 5 and 6 o'clock. Not sure on specifics on that. Keep it tuned to KBRV for any specifics that we get on that match out there. After that, Soda Springs will travel to Aberdeen on Wednesday, and then they will come back home and take on the Malad Dragons on their home court on Thursday. We'll have both of those matches coming up on the air for you as well. And on Friday night, the Soda Springs Cardinals will look to play spoiler on one more homecoming night as they head to Malad to take on the Dragons, as that will be a rematch of last year's game where the Cardinals got their only victory of the season and will hope to get onto the winning track on the road against the Dragons. We'll be on air at 6:30 with the pregame show, 7 o'clock with the opening kick of that matchup. That wraps things up here. Final score, once again, 50-14 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Thank you for turning in to the Cardinal postgame show. The proceeding has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Once again, our final score on today's Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, 50-14. The Cardinals fall to the Westside Pirates. Join us on Tuesday for our next broadcast. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. I'd also like to thank our sales team of Kim Miller and Julie Burley for helping us out with our sales. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors as well for keeping us on the air. I'd also like to thank you for tuning in and giving us the support you do as well. Until our next broadcast on Tuesday, let's go Cardinals, let's go Caribou County.
Thank you for tuning in to this live broadcast of Caribou County football on KBRV 800 The Bear. This broadcast has been brought to you by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
For more local coverage, be sure to listen in to KBRV every day for updates, interviews, and more live coverage of local athletics. And don't forget to visit MyLocalRadio.com for archived versions of this game and other games as the season continues to roll along. Until the next time the boys of the county look to tame their own fields, goodbye and good night from KBRV 800 The Bear and MyLocalRadio.com.